Unmute away.
Okay,
We're
it's
gonna
all
unmute
unmuted.
today. It's all unmuted, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Okay, we're not gonna shoot my voice before this session's even over.
Please
Fuck
don't.
that.
Just
All right.
get sick like me and you can do it all the time.
Yeah, just like this a little bit. Open up that bottom of your throat. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to AshWinter. This is one of those. This is a session of D&D we're gonna be playing here today. I got all my dice with me. I'm excited because I have a lot. I have a lot today. I don't know a lot of what, but just a lot. I got a lot of stuff, you know. And you guys have a lot of stuff to sort through because we're starting the session off fucking bright and early. There were a few different things that people wanted to do supposedly right before they were stepping through the portal or something like that, but I'm gonna be real. We will do those afterwards because you guys were all stepping through the portal and then RP chat got a little confusing.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, because everyone was stepping right through the portal to I believe it was Kundrakar, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and that's when that session ended.
I also don't know that it was
Wait, no,
everybody. I
it
know that it
was-
was me and.
It was
Well,
just
I think it was
me.
just me and Eve, right?
Yeah.
Well, by everybody I meant you and Eve.
Okay.
So
Or everybody. Everybody else get fucked.
so
Oh.
oh, that's sad. All right. As you step through the portal, you come out on the other side in Kundrakar. The portal room thing that you're in is actually pretty quiet. The guard that was there last time is not there currently.
I don't know if that's a bad sign or a good sign.
I don't know.
There was a guard here last time, Oz.
Yeah, there was also someone else in charge.
Yeah, true. I suppose we should go find him. I take out the sending stone and ask where he is.
You're messaging Groin?
Yep.
Okay. You get a response back that's just
Preparing for some kind of meeting. Stupid.
Same room, the memory room.
Yeah, I'm upstairs.
We'll be up shortly.
Okay, I think we should get there fast because if there's a meeting.
Yep, let's
and
go.
Growing. Yep.
Let's go. And
We'd start running and it would cut away to us eventually arriving in the meeting room.
you start running towards the camera, and then there's like a swipe left.
It's a
thing,
it's a
and
swipe
you're-
pan.
Yeah, you swipe pan and you're running away from the camera, but now you're running down the hallway upstairs. Yeah. Okay, that's what happens. As you ascend the like chasm above you to get to the kind of memory room or whatever you guys want to call it, that original meeting room where you talked with Rathmodar and Kuvek and all of the others, you enter into the room from the kind of like back entrance, and stepping into it, you see there is Kuvek, there is Rath, and there is Groen, all standing together. And Rath is currently kind of animatedly discussing with Groen some details of a meeting that comes up. And Groen, you've been sitting here listening to this guy just go on, and you're not even really sure who the people he's talking about really are, but you know he throws out some names. And these people are supposedly like second in command or third in command or sometimes fourth in command of their respective organizations, and they're all here as ambassadors of their respective organizations trying to broker additional deals with the Silent Hand, who you're currently considered the head of. And you've had one meeting with these guys so far, and it went very poorly. Everyone left pissed off. It was shitty. And so you're probably dreading this because it was just awful. These people are legitimately evil. All of them are some of the like most vile, despicable people that you can possibly think of whatsoever. One of them is straight up an illithid, just kind of like, you know, lets the tentacles hang out. There's another creepy one that wears a mask and has like worms just falling off of them all the time, and it's real fucking disturbing. A drow guy and there's been a few others as well that have been mentioned. Dick's all the way down. That have, it's been mentioned they won't be here at this meeting, that they are unable to attend, and so currently being represented is the Silent Hand, the Tower, which is the Illithid organization, the Star, and House Bainray, which are the Drow. Give me a second. So, as Wrath continues his animated discussion, Kuvek is obviously bored. Kuvek has been your kind of partner in crime throughout this. He's aware of what's going on, and while he's mortally ambiguous, you have yet to see him do anything truly evil. And he's also been kind of the one that's been handling the, like, some of the darker stuff that you don't really want to fuck with, because he doesn't give a shit. He's not really evil, but he's very ambiguous in his morality. And he is aware that who you are and things like that. Well, I'm not sure if you were here when you guys originally met Kuvek and made the deal with him.
I was not, no.
Okay, he is a beholder that represents the Xanathar's Thieves Guild. And Xanathar's Thieves Guild is currently a part of the Eye. They are a part of the organization's sort of asterisk. They're kind of tentatively joining, and Kuvek is the ambassador from the Xanathar's Thieves Guild. And he, based on your experience so far, he does not like the Eye whatsoever, and is kind of, while he's not a good guy, he's definitely opposed to what they're trying to do.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit.
Sort of. I don't know if I would call this guy a friend, but he's definitely a useful ally, at least.
Yeah.
And so he's basically been your only solace here in Kundrakar for the most part. So, but as Wrath kind of finishes this long spiel about Jalil Bainray and how he's going to be expecting a lot today, you kind of roll your eyes, and as you do, out of the corner of your eye, you see the back door open to this room that you're in, and in steps all of your friends.
Well, two of them.
Two of them.
Well, two of them. Sorry.
Go back! Groin! Darling!
Hold on. Are we done with this meeting?
You can continue. The meeting will be in a few minutes, though, so you should be prepared.
What's this meeting about?
He looks over to you, sees you. You're in. I'm imagining you have the illusion on, right?
Yeah, Ozform.
Okay, Osform.
I would like to note that Eve would immediately try to jump Kovac and try to hug him.
Okay, hugging a beholder is a little bit like hugging a hugging, yeah, like a plate of spaghetti, or more like a giant meatball with spaghetti hanging off of it, and you can't really get your hands. It's kind of like spreading your arms less than hugging, you know. But Wrath sees you enter Oz and kind of gives a quick bow. Ethelos, I was not made aware that you would be coming here today. I apologize. I do not have anything ready.
Yeah, let me talk with him right now, and I know we'll continue this in a little bit.
Yes, of course. Ethelos, sir, to answer your question, this meeting is a meeting of some of the ambassadors from the various organizations within the Eye. They're here to discuss the terms of our agreement and also our plan for moving forward. There is great potential very shortly.
All right. You guys can get out of here, and we'll handle this.
And Wrath dips his head, and Kuvek, I suppose I'll meet you on the other side. And then Wrath turns and exits the door, and Kuvek goes with him. As Kuvek exits the door, he turns around and winks, which is really just a blink.
One giant blink.
One giant blink.
Okay.
I'm going to I want to cast See Invisibility, peek out the back door real quick.
You don't see anything.
And then I'm going to cast Silence on the door they just left.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
Oh.
You look well.
Yep, right as rain.
a doom knock animation on his body.
You hear something to the effect of,
Yeah, sure.
That's a conversation for another time, I guess.
Yep, right as rain, never better, you know.
Yeah.
Same body I've always had.
I'm glad to see you haven't changed at all. Bring me news from the outside. How does it go?
Well, things could be worse. I don't know. What have we really done since we've... What have we really done?
We did you.
Wow.
Lily is incapacitated, technically, at the moment.
Well, she's just sleepy because she built me this fancy new bod.
Wait, what?
And Azuma is completely incapacitated for a week, maybe?
We can't just skip built you a new wait, what?
Yep. Yeah, how long is it before Oz can reactivate the animation? Or is it an instantaneous thing? I don't know. I don't remember.
It is instantaneous. I'll write up a thing for it later. You can cast it at will, but it can only be the Oz form, and if you get hit by a Dispel Magic or enter an anti-magic field, it's disabled for an hour.
Oh, okay. So I can literally just, like...
You can
turn
recast
it
it whenever.
off. Okay, alright, yeah, then I would switch it off, just to show Groin my fancy new bod.
And Groin, you see this construct before you. It's kind of similar, a little similar looking to the Guardian, almost, sort of.
It's a bastardization. What the hell happened?
I told you, new body.
Well, it's just temporary. Maybe.
If you don't fall in love with it first.
Basically, my body got disintegrated.
What?
Yeah, you see, I was doing it so everyone else could escape, so it was for a good reason.
I can't deny your way, but I can't say you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I will not argue that. That hurt.
I'm just glad to see you're still around, friend.
Oh yeah, for now.
I wish I brought better news, but truth be told, things around here have been quite bad lately.
Well, I mean, they haven't burnt anything down yet, so...
No, but that's coming.
That's always coming with these
We
people.
haven't been able to warn Neverwinter just yet.
Well, I guess the most important thing you should know is that I've uncovered a plot. The Kraken Society is currently basically trying to overthrow the Silent Hand, and they're growing in power. From what I can tell, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe if they take over the eye soon.
Are they going to be here today for this meeting?
As a note, they are not here today at this meeting. They are absent.
Okay.
Well, Groin.
No, I don't believe so. But, you know, they sometimes like to show up randomly. And I've tried to hold it down, but... well, to say the least, it's becoming quite hard.
That's what she said.
Ironically, it's a female... I'm kidding. I've missed you.
We miss you too, darling.
I don't even know if I can drink beer now.
We could try it.
Let us try it.
I'm assuming that somewhere around here there's a keg of...
Well, you have your
Or
beating
your-
staff.
Yeah, I'm
Your
not
cask
sure I
of
have it
infinite
on
ale.
me. Yeah, I'm not sure if he has it on him at this time. That's...
Yeah, he'd probably have it on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
never
take a
going.
swig
Take a swig of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
Screw
swig.
your ale in there
You'll take a
right
swig?
now.
Oh, I was going to say, you probably never go anywhere unarmed in this place, period.
So Oz, I got a question for you.
Yee.
Are Warforged immune to poison damage?
Well, no, actually, bring it with you. I think they're resistant. I don't think they're immune.
Okay, we're gonna find out.
This is very important.
Defenses to poison and disease.
Does it say immune? Or
Nope,
resistant?
just defense. Resistant.
Resistant. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So you take a
Resistant
swig.
to poison and immune to disease.
You're immune to disease, resistant to poison. Good to know. You take a swig, and this is Kundra Kale, right?
Yeah, this is kind
Yup.
Is that that's Feyrum is the magic one.
Faerun's the magic one.
Kundra Kale's the spicy
Kale is the spicy one.
Okay, you take a big swig of it. It weirdly enough, it feels just like drinking normally. And it actually even kind of burns a little bit when it goes down, just a tiny bit. You can taste the cinnamon in there and everything else. It's nice.
I need to figure out how to form a brewery in my chest.
Just have a permanent permanent brewery connected to your fucking internal organs. You don't have internal organs, but whatever makes you drunk in this body. We'll have to figure something out later.
I could do this.
How's it feel?
Like it should.
That's good news to hear, then, friend.
I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't have done that.
Well, more news that we can drink to. The attack on Neverwinter. It's coming quick. We need to get word out now. And well, finally the eye has formalized. House Pan Ray and the Slaters, as well as the Kraken Society, has joined. This shit's getting pretty serious, man.
Yeah,
I'm not
everything's
sure
getting
how to
pretty
handle.
serious. What out of character, would our have ship docked in Neverwinter yet?
It would have, yeah.
Yes,
Yes, it would have. It would have been docked for a couple of days now, actually.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
Okay, I don't think we have anyone here to send sending right now.
No.
Or I don't know. Can you? Yeah, I didn't think you could do that. Great. The one time we don't bring Lily somewhere.
You can always just ask one of the people in the Silent Hand. Surely one of them. Oh,
Probably not.
Whoops.
Listen,
You have a sending stone.
Yeah,
We
but
do
it doesn't
have
go
an-
to the people I need to talk to in Neverwinter.
No, but it goes to Lily.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
think.
Lily is resting.
Kuvek kind of pops his head in the door. I'm sorry to interrupt.
There's silence on the door.
Oh yeah. Kuvek pokes his head in the door and then speaks some more. Kind of looks around for a second, hovers in. He's like, "I was knocking, but it wasn't making any noise."
Sorry, that was me.
God damn it. Sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know that all of the diplomats are here. Unfortunately, I'm going to be unable to attend this meeting as I have just been called back to Xanath.
Does that mean you're going to silently wait in the back like you do?
No. He takes one of his eye stalks and reaches into a bag of holding that's
Oh wait, he would see me in my robot form right now.
Oh yeah. He kind of looks at you, your robot form, and he oh shit, hold on, looks away from you. What the fuck?
Oz covers up where his privates would be.
this isn't actually Oz. This is another being. He's actually created another being that he can be in two places at once.
An envoy, so to speak.
Yes.
That's interesting. Very, very excellent technology. I've never seen someone so skilled in the martial arts that can also use a simulacrum. That's brilliant, really.
Yeah, that Oz guy is a genius.
Yes, indeed.
Or Ethelose guy.
You know, you know who's not a genius? My boss. I'm afraid I have to go. He's gotten himself stuck again, and I am the only one that's allowed to release him. And when I say stuck, I don't mean stuck in a oh, he's stuck in the window. No. This idiot has trapped himself behind all of his pitfalls and traps and everything else that he's got in his stupid lair, and he forgot the passcode.
Is it passcode?
No, it's passcode 302.
Well, you take care. I will go handle this meeting.
Good luck to you all. I must go. And then he takes this. He takes a little scroll out of his bag and poofs.
All right. Well, it seems I must be going, but I must ask you how much longer you need me here. I can't take it much more.
Oh, dear Lord. There we are.
I don't know how much longer it'll be. Hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, I may be able to send in someone else to take your place, but I don't know how they would feel about another change in leadership.
Or if the people you're talking about, that I hope you're talking about, probably aren't cool with this kind of environment.
You see from across the way, Eve and Oz. Wrath pokes his head in the door, and he's like saying stuff, and he's looking around confused, like, what the
I motion in just a tiny bit.
He steps in. Oh, I see. Sorry. Sir Ethelos, are you available currently to attend the meeting? I believe some of the diplomats would like to have you present. Of course, your attendant is welcome as well, and her attendants. Raises an eyebrow.
Oz is still in his Warforged form.
Oh, is he?
Or no, he probably would have switched it back whenever.
I imagine you probably would have switched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can attend to this meeting of the minds.
Groin shoots like a side-eye slant at Oz, like, you sure you want to do that, bro?
Yeah. Oz gives him the reassuring look, like, yeah, I got it.
Singular
kind of
nod.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Singular nod. Let us be on our way.
Kind of watches you both, like, all right. Very well. Let us go.
After he steps through the doorway, before we step through, Oz puts his hand on Groin's shoulder and goes, "This isn't the first room of diplomats I've killed."
Oz? I mean,
Yeah.
Ethelos. Yeah, I would have said Ethelos.
Right.
I hand 5 explosives to him.
And before we would have stepped through, when Oz would have said that, Groin would have also said,
It won't be the last either.
No, it won't.
I hand him the bombs. 5 of those,
Okay.
by the way.
All right. So you all exit out into the next room.
Yep.
Yes.
Yup.
Okay. As you exit out into the next room, you see there are a couple of people gathered here. There is one individual that sits currently in a makeshift chair. Wears a very, very fine silken crimson and gold robe. Let me go ahead and get them on board.
I recognized this board before.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This
This
room's
board
been-
hurts my heart.
Yeah.
There's a mask over their face, but from beyond the mask, you can actually see a worm just kind of crawling along their collar.
Yeah, that's gross.
Behind them is a massive, hulking red beast of some kind. Oh yeah, I can put you on there. Hold on. Where is Ely? Ely?
Yeah, Lily wants to watch.
Yeah.
I would probably ask Shadowscale and them, depending on where they're at. I don't know if I want to leave them over here or put them over here.
You can put them where you think they would be within reason. They wouldn't get too far from the door before the introductions are made. So
Yeah, no,
Um,
I would have had them around the pillar or something, just
okay,
to
so
be
you can
spread
put them
out.
where you want to, as long as it's reasonable.
Is that reasonable?
Sure.
then
So
Jeff in the
behind
back.
him Okay. Behind him stands a hulking red beast of some sort, gnashing teeth and blank white eyes that glow with a slight, almost sinister radiance. Next to him
Holy
stands
fuck.
Yeah. Next to him stands, with both arms crossed behind his back, a small goblin. Leathers adorn this thing as you'll notice the scars covering the better half of his face. He has large teeth for even for a goblin, and very long ears. He appears to be a bodyguard of some sort, an assassin. You're not sure. Across the room sits an illithid, or should it be floats? Both of his legs are crossed, and he wears an outfit similar to that of a pirate's garb. Pirate captain, specifically. As with all illithids, tentacles hang down from his face, but this one in particular has a series of tattoos. You're such good company. Has a series of tattoos going down each tentacle, of the kind that you would see maybe on a pirate vessel or an old sailor's ship. Behind him, standing, are another mind flayer and a spectator. Further down the room, standing with one hand on his rapier and the other on his hip, is a drow, dressed in finery, the likes of which you usually only see in very noble, very prestigious, very pretentious parties. The drow looks cocky, like way too cocky, like he shouldn't be here cocky. His demeanor and his refusal to sit in the chair next to him both convey an air of arrogance. You're familiar with that, of course. Wrath stands in the center of the room and addresses them. Oh, my wonderful co-workers and friends, and he kind of gives a sideways glance to the drow, and people I'd rather not be around. It is wonderful to have you here for this meeting today, and it's also wonderful, and he directs one hand over to you, Oz, to have our leader here today, Athelos, His Majesty. He retracts the hand. Athelos, I'm sure you've not made many acquaintances. This is Colleen, and he points towards the masked one. They are the head of the Star currently, and well, not the head of the Star. Forgive me, the head envoy for the Star here. Next to them is their personal bodyguard. I believe their name is. Maybe I don't know their name actually. And behind them is another one of their bodyguards, and I don't think that one has a name. And the big Hulk behind just. And you watch the one in fine crimson and gold robes just turn around and place a hand on its like abdomen, and
He's a pretty one.
worms just fall out of their coat just everywhere, and they're these big, gigantic, thick worms. It's
Out of character, real quick again. What is that race called? I forgot. Sorry, it's been a while.
Star Child, I believe.
no.
Right?
There's not a specific race for this.
Okay, there isn't. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, there's not a specific race for this.
Much apologies.
You're fine. Wrath turns and directs you to the illithid, and this is Captain and butchers the pronunciation. And the captain.
I speak a deep speech. Do you mean this?
Yes, it's. I can't technically pronounce it. It's supposed to be unpronounceable, but the closest you can get in common is Ingathrod.
And Gotharid would be the best translation?
Yeah, pretty much. And Wrath gives you about thank you for your assistance in that. And the captain kind of just gives you a curt nod. And then, of course, behind me is the ambassador from House Bainray, Jarlisle. I appreciate you being here. Jarlisle just gives a nod. I am here at the behest of my lady, not at the behest of you.
That's fair and right.
He gives you a nod as well. It's always good to see you doing well, good sir. And Ethelos, and he takes off his hat and flourishes it and does, the flourish bow. I have not had the pleasure of meeting you as of yet. It is a wonder to be in the same room with you. I've heard so many stories.
All of them true.
Yes, that's the only good response there. He gives you a nod. I look forward to dealing with you. Wrath has been most unwelcoming as of late. And Wrath just shoots him this glare like, I'm going to kill you.
Wrath can be an acquired taste.
Indeed. I apologize if I have been abrasive in any way. Please, let us commence the meeting.
Let it.
Thank you. And he gives you a nod. The meeting begins with Wrath kind of creating an illusion in the center of the room, and this is of Neverwinter. We will discuss the terms and conditions of your alliance shortly, again, for the 20th time. For the 20th time, and that will probably be the final time if we're lucky. But this is our primary objective for now. And he starts to kind of move the illusion around as it gets bigger and bigger and fills a lot of the space. This is the hologram trope. And he starts to target specific places on the illusion. We are looking at an all-out assault on Neverwinter. Our intent is to capture every individual and then sacrifice them all at the same time. The 2.5 million souls that were recently removed from this place will join them, hopefully. We think that with Neverwinter's population and the Chult population, we should be able to summon the Dreadnought. And
finally.
Yeah, and Ingethod stands down instead of levitates.
And is this everything we'll need?
And Wrath nods. Once we have the Dreadnought, the Silent Hand's goal is complete. The Eye's goal is complete. And Bainray in the back kind of raises a hand. Excuse me, but what of our initial deal? Listen, you told me that you could procure merchant contracts in Greysail, and I have yet to see one. And Wrath...
I can handle that, actually.
Wrath was about to... He, raises a finger, and what you can tell is about to just start shouting Bainray down, and then drops a hand. And, of course, Master Ethelos is most skilled in negotiations. I'm sure he could find you all of the contracts that you wanted.
Oh, afterwards. Anyway, I am a merchant. I can look into it as well.
I would appreciate this. I have been dealing with some of the pirate lords myself, and let me tell you, they are a snarky bunch of individuals.
While they're snarky, I would remind you that we have a bigger goal than that, and you must wait your turn.
He puts his hat right on his heart and he goes, I apologize for my outburst, and gives a bow.
Damn right.
Wrath gives you a nod, Groin. Yes, anyways, so this is our initial plan of attack. We have a set of orcs, a legion here, and he kind of zooms out the illusion, and you can see the surrounding area of Neverwinter. And in Neverwinter Woods, he just has nothing but orcs. It's just filled to the brim. And we believe that we can transfer these orcs directly over here, and he starts going over the battle plan, essentially. And the gist of the plan, after you all kind of watch and sit here for a couple of minutes...
Eva's taking notes in her journal, kind of like,
okay.
Oh god.
The gist of the plan is essentially a four-pronged attack. They want to attack Neverwinter from all four sides. The Kraken Society is involved in this. House Bainray is going to supply troops from the north. The Star and the Tower are going to attack from the south. And the Silent Hand with their orcs and their legions are going to attack from the east, while the Kraken Society attacks from sea. Their numbers that they're spouting off and the amount of troops that they say they have, Neverwinter stands 0 chance. Neverwinter would be overrun in less than a day with their current plan. They have an aerial assault team as well of mages that are preparing, and they also have splinter cells of the Silent Hand within Neverwinter currently, and those splinter cells are going to be activated once the attack commences.
For my own recollection, because in my old age I forget.
Yes.
Where are those splinter cells stationed at?
We have 3, and he points out 3 separate places. There's one in the DM switches over to the Neverwinter map real quick. Hold up. Okay, there's one in the Temple District. There is one in the Merchant District, which they're both pretty close to each other. And then there's one in the Lake District, which is kind of further to the north.
And remind me, do we have them currently working on the ground so that we can spread word and keep all the people there? I would hate for something to happen beforehand.
That's precisely what we have going on right now. Some of them, especially the ones in the Merchant District, are working very hard to ensure that Neverwinter is extremely successful and attracts more and more people. Been that way for several months now.
Correct. Of note,
yes,
I would remind you, there's a special ship in Neverwinter that is not to be destroyed.
Right, I believe you mentioned this. Did it have a name?
Did it have a name? Can't remember.
I don't remember if we named it or not.
The DM doesn't remember either, so...
I don't think you guys
I don't think you named
painted a name on it.
I didn't have a name, and so we will leave all ships safe. We can clear them out
One by one.
one by one. This one, for note, would have a monkey on it. That
Yes.
boat is
A
to not
monkey.
be touched.
Interesting. Understood. Understood.
It
Is that all
quite
understood by everyone
important.
else?
A monkey.
And they all kind of like awkwardly murmur agreement, like, yeah, okay, sure, all right. And
If a single hair on this monkey's head is hurt, I will make sure that AshWinter destroys all of you first.
Or
yes. AshWinter?
It's a new name that I've come up with for the Dreadnought. It sounds way cooler.
Oh, that does sound way cooler, actually. roll me a deception check with advantage, Oz.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, natural 20!
Yes!
All right. He rolled a 19. He succeeded. He seems to just kind of go with it, like, oh, our lord is very good at naming things.
Oh, man.
The captain, the Illithid captain, stands up and, I appreciate your care for the ships, and gives you a nod. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They love their ocean.
We love our skies too.
Beautiful place. You're never more free than you are when you're on the seas.
Some would
agree.
say the sky is the sea of the air.
Hold on.
Some would say that.
I have to just hold on. I'm gonna. Some would say the sky is the sea of the air.
Groin's
Groin
not a smart
2019.
man.
That's great.
Girl,
That's a
how
wise
much of that
man.
Kushka did you drink, bud?
A little too much.
So I had to make a real life wisdom saving.
That was
Ow.
that was almost up there with had a seizure, actually.
Ow.
Oh,
This is it. This is the session where we pull all the one-liners out of our ass.
Eve giggles and is like, you want me to make note of that quote there?
Yes.
Okay,
That's gonna be on our shields.
awesome.
The sky is the sea of the air. That's the name of your ship. All right. The captain turns towards Wrath and kind of gets a little animated. And what, pray tell, happens to my troops that fall in battle? Are you going to sacrifice their souls too? And Wrath kind of puts up a finger and I believe we discussed this at some point. Yours have a special exemption. We will not be capturing the souls of any illithid in combat. And you watch the spectator just kind of get a little uneasy, like, oh, wait a minute. Captain just nods.
Understood.
I'm also making note of their bargains as well.
Now, we are ready to commence the plan. The Kraken Society has already told us that we have the go-ahead from them. The other factions within the Eye are also ready to operate. I believe we're ready to move forward with the plan.
We will need a week.
Understood. A week it is. To move forward, everyone please enter into the box your vote, along with your personal passcode. And he goes over to Jarlisle, and Jarlisle writes down something on a piece of paper and puts it in a box that Wrath is currently holding open. Corinth, or Catherine? Hold on, what the fuck was this one's name? Carlene. Carlene writes down something, puts it in the box. The captain writes down something, puts it in the box. Wrath writes down something, and then stops. And I believe the vote should actually go. Sorry, I presumed. And he walks over to you, Ethelos, and he's, please, could you cast your vote? And he hands you a piece of paper. And a pen. Like a actual, like, it's filled with ink. It's basically an ink pen. It's just not ballpoint.
It's like a quill, basically.
Yeah, essentially it's like a portable quill.
Cool. Wrath, I forgot my passcode.
Oh no. Oh
Wrath tilts his head to the side like, what?
I've been really busy lately, and I've kind of completely, just blanked.
All right.
He can use my passcode.
Ethelos, are you feeling well?
Not really, no.
All right. Well, I suppose he can use
Well, wait,
your...
hold on, 1 second. I think I remember what it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. Oz takes a slip of paper, and writes "eat a dick" on it and puts it in the box.
Oh
He just face bombs
no.
because Eve is literally like right above them and would have seen that.
Wrath seems satisfied. He doesn't see what the passcode was. But he shuts the box. Thank you. Now it is time to count the votes, and he gets to the center of the room, and everybody's kind of leaning forward in anticipation. Some
Allow
people are,
me!
like, biting their
Allow
nails
me
and-
to count the votes.
Are you sure? Standard protocol means that... Wait.
Hold on 1 second. God damn. Fucking knees. Ugh.
You see a figure from the back, limping into the room.
Sorry, it's very difficult to get up all those damn stairs.
And you see an old man into the room in purple and gray robes. He carries a doll with him on his shoulder.
Oh, motherfucker.
How the hell did you get here?
Not really sure, but...
Are you secretly stalking us or something? Just saying.
Oh, I don't know if it's secretly anymore. 1 second, I get to cast my vote as well.
And all of them kind of look over at this man, your companion here, and they all kind of tilt their head like, what?
I get to cast my vote, right?
Right? Who are you?
He's, right, you wouldn't know who I am. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Asisha of Silvery Moon, and I was placed in charge of the Black Souls. Now, you may never have heard of the Black Souls, but we were the original components of the Silent Hand back in the day. Let me shuffle up here.
And then he takes a piece of paper out and he writes on it and folds it up. And, come on, I get to vote. How did you get in here past the guard?
Oh, they're asleep. Don't worry about it. They're going to be fine.
He's a crafty one and an odd one. Just don't.
Jarlyle raises his hand. I know this man. And Siege turns around.
Is that you?
Jarlyle. And he like makes to go like he's adjusting his glasses and there's no glasses, and then glasses appear on his face and he adjusts them and then they vanish. And he walks forward a few steps.
I haven't seen you in 20 years.
And Jarlyle, I don't think I've met you in the last 20 years. I think it was more like 6 months.
Right, yes. 6 months. Time gets weird when you're old, okay? Take my vote, damn it.
And Wrath takes the piece of paper, like, utterly confused, and is looking between Jarlyle and the old man. Jarlyle, I don't think he should get a vote, but I do vouch for him being here. He was instrumental in a particularly strange movement in Silvery Moon, one of my many contracts, of course.
I can vouch too. He's kind of an oddball. That's the best word I'm going to say.
Wrath, are you sure?
Ethla should have the final word.
Take his vote only to know where he stands.
Could you write your name, please, on yours, not a passcode?
Fine.
Opens up the paper, writes it down, and then hands it to him, and Wrath just kind of looks at the paper. The votes will be counted now. Now, I'm not one for show, but Ethelos, if you would like to do the honors.
Yes.
And he approaches you and hands you the box.
All right. The Oz opens this box.
Okay. Inside the box there are the votes, each one a fairly similar piece of paper. And do you check what the votes are?
Yep.
Okay. Opening it up, you see one vote, your vote, and at the bottom it just says "Eat a dick." The next vote has a drawn symbol on it, and it is a vote for yes. The next vote has the signature of Jarlyle Bainray, very fancy flourishes, very, very, one of the, those "Hello, I'm famous" signatures. And it is a vote for yes. And then the third vote is crudely scrawled in very basic print, essentially, and it's actually a vote for no. And pretty much that's it, more or less. And then Caesar's vote is, of course, for yes.
Now, I've been here for... I tell you what, I'm going to fall back in a second. I've had a little bit to drink today. Jarlyle here has been a friend of mine for quite some time, isn't that right?
And he goes to approach Jarlyle and put his hand around his shoulders, and Jarlyle just kind of scoots away no, stop. No touching. Thank you.
Fine. And I want to assist in some of this, so...
And you watch his fingers extend, and this illusion expands outwards, and it's a very complicated illusion, even more so than what Wrath had. And he shows a few specific points in Neverwinter.
If you attack those points, I promise you'll do great. But I vote for something slightly different. I say, once we get Neverwinter under control, we let everyone live. How about that?
But the
What's
whole
your
point
play?
is...
Wait.
Yeah, the whole point is to sacrifice them so we summon the Dreadnought.
Do you think we have enough sacrifices to summon the Dreadnought?
Isn't that the whole point?
Well, if you think you have enough, then by all means. But if you're bad at counting, it could get messy. That's all I'm saying.
Are you insulting me? Do you think I'm bad at counting?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I am very good at subtracting.
But I do know that.
Good lord.
God. Fucking the one-liners. Oh.
Can I state the fact that it kind of sounds like we're just talking around in circles?
I think
Welcome
we are
to
talking
political
around in circles.
meetings.
Right? What?
Yeah, this is like every
welcome
business
to
meeting I've ever
diplomatic
had.
meetings.
But I also, and his face kind of gets a little dark. I also understand something terrible here. Something particularly nasty.
Eve is floating behind him to make sure he doesn't fall backwards.
he steps forward a few paces. I do appreciate you allowing me to be here today, but I'm afraid I must go. You know what to do. And he looks straight at you, Groin, and he just smiles. It would be a pleasure if I could shake your hand, Mr. Wrath. Okay. And he shakes his hand and... Goodbye. And he traces a few sigils in the air really quickly and disappears.
See? Oddball.
Yes.
Well, what were the final results, sir?
Well, oddly enough, we had several people vote for no.
Wait, really? What?
Yes.
Again? He looks out over everyone.
I'm guessing it's the same people who always vote for no.
Yes, I am assuming so. He looks over at Bainray.
Well, he may have a point. We may not be ready.
All right. If that's your judgment.
I would much rather be ready and succeed than for us to be ill-prepared and for all of this be for nothing.
He comes up and all right, fine. That is your judgment, and I agree with you. I will go with your plan because you are better.
Do you agree with me, Raph?
I have some.
Spit it
Perhaps
out.
I am being angsty. Perhaps I am trying to move too quickly.
Some might say moving quickly leads to a swift death.
I agree.
That's true.
He just kind of looks at the ground. Understood. I will take the voting box back if you don't mind.
I mean, just the other day I disintegrated a man.
Oh. God damn it. That's brutal. I like it. Disintegration is always a good way to get rid of unwelcome pests.
Painful, but effective.
I would imagine it's very painful.
So is acid.
No.
Not if you do it right.
True.
God.
I have some beer for you to try later.
Oh god, the fucking turtle beer.
I have tons of acid beers in my bag. I just
Yup.
looked.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because we got you, I think, some acid from Shadow Scale.
Wrath bends down and goes to take the box from you. Do you give it to him?
Do you take the boats out?
Yeah, I take the votes out and then I give them the box back.
Okay. Huh. He grabs the box and then looks, stops for a second. Cocks his head. I'm sorry, I have to do something. Can you hold this, please? And he hands you the box back.
Okay.
I subtle
He turns
spell
around.
cast detect thoughts.
And he turns around. The surface thought you have right now is immediate panic. And he looks back at you, Oz. Shit. And then he casts Misty Step all the way backwards. As he lands back, what are you?
I'm okay. All right. I'll level with you. I'm an envoy that Ethelos has sent in his place.
It's
couldn't
Ethelos,
be
but
here.
not Ethelos, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
He kind
He
Roll it
couldn't be here because he's dealing with some pests that you here couldn't solve whenever they were here last.
of I see. Drylog kind of steps up and interesting. It's a shame that I'm not able to meet the real deal, of course. Eve, Brath's thoughts are still just constant panic right now. Confusion, a little anger, and Oz, I need you to roll a deception check with disadvantage.
Shit's about to get hairy, boys.
Oh no.
Double nat 20 incoming.
Come on, come on.
All right.
You better roll fucking high.
Click. Think it just right.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Shit.
Would that fail?
That's
Yes.
a fail, that's a 3.
I'm gonna use one of my motes of valor.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And in a brief moment of absolute certainty, of calmness, you realize that you probably can't lie to this guy. And you feel some of that energy connected to you disappear. And one of the two motes that kind of, they orbit you in random patterns, random lengths away from you and everything else. One of them disappears. You succeed on the roll. And Wrath. All right. That is most unusual.
Apologize.
I apologize, yes. That is most unusual. His lordship never... He had stated once that if anyone impersonates them, to kill them immediately.
I mean, you can try.
And you can tell he's like almost wanting to, but he's like, now he's really hesitant. He's like,
I really don't think you want to, because I've got enough heavy explosives to blow this entire room. just a warning.
You do remember the story about that I literally just said about disintegrating a man a few days ago?
I do.
Yeah.
I would expect you to go back and vastly consider the grave error you made today.
I will most definitely. Yes. I apologize.
You and I will meet about this later.
The captain stands up and gives you a bow. If you like, I would get rid of this one. And he looks to Wrath.
This one's not for you.
Understood. He looks tasty.
You can have
One
some
day.
pieces later.
One day, friend. One day.
As long as you share with my dagger.
No.
God damn it.
So, as you're all standing there, seemingly calm, everything's fine, Wrath sighs outwards and gives an audio. Thank you for all of your leadership. I appreciate it. And he gives a bow. This meeting is adjourned. We will continue the discussion of terms later. And he turns around and begins walking out of the room.
What's his Thurspith thoughts?
He's shaken. He's really shaken. He's still kind of unsure, but now he's in that moment where you have to go really think about what the fuck just happened. Where you see something crazy and you have to go really fucking think about it for a second.
On Wrath,
Wait, what?
Feeble mind. Oh shit.
Oh. Okay.
As he's walking out, he
Holy
doesn't
shit.
get to walk away after this.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, so that is an intelligence saving throw. He's really fucking good at this.
I know.
That is a success.
Oh,
He rolled a 21.
Nice.
As it hits him, he turns around and looks at you.
I would be like right about here at this point.
So
I didn't say we're done.
He looks around the room. You can tell that Jarlisle is kind of just smirking, just haha. And the captain is just staring at you, Groin. Wrath raises his staff up and he looks to Ethelos and he looks to you. I'm gonna roll something here, and it's gonna be a really important roll. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh gosh.
On a roll of 1 to 10,
Would it be alright if I do a float by of everybody and kind of like tap them on the shoulder to move back?
no, you don't have anywhere near the time for that.
Damn.
That is extensive.
Well,
On
they
a roll
moved
of 1
back.
to 10, no. On a roll of 1 to 10, Wrath is going to do something insane. On a roll of 11 to 20, he is going to behave. Oof. Oof. Oof.
Well, that's not
oof.
what you want to hear.
Oh no. Oh,
I'm
no,
holding
no.
it. I'm holding an action.
What are you holding?
I'm holding what's it called? Tidal wave.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
What's the trigger?
the trigger is any aggressive action towards me or the party. It's a tidal wave culminating here, shoving the party back through the door.
Okay. Wrath slams his staff down on the ground. What? You don't have time for an action.
No, is a counter spell a ranged attack? Would it be
It's not
considered
an
an individual attack?
No, it's not an attack.
Okay.
Counterspell is a cast a spell action, is what it is.
Damn it.
I'm not sure what you're trying to go for here.
Well, I was wondering if it was, since it's a single target and then a counter spell, I could counterspell him if he does try to cast a spell or something.
Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, it's ranged. It's just not an attack.
Okay.
I thought counterspell was 60 feet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
60 feet.
that's what I was asking, if my spell sniper would enhance it.
Oh, no. Your spell sniper does not enhance the range of
Okay.
spells, only attack rolls.
Alright.
So, Wrath slams his staff down on the ground. I am sorry for this. He looks around the room. I invoke the right of the hand. And he takes his staff and he breaks it over his knee. And when he does so, there's almost an emittance throughout the room, this frequency that resonates throughout the room. And the only one that you don't see immediately react to it is Jarlisle. Jarlisle is kind of like looking around the room like, what the fuck is going on right now? But you see the one in the mask and the big hulking brute behind him both just curl over for a moment. You see the captain just hit the floor for a second. The Mind Flayer is barely able to stand. The spectator is spinning around in the air upside down. None of you are affected by this because none of you are currently branded by the hand, or the eye. So, and neither is Jarlisle. And Jarlisle looks at Wrath and goes, "What have you done?" And then everyone stands back up. I, Wrath Modar, proclaim myself head of the Silent Hand and the Eye. Ethelos, your position is forfeit. And you can see he's fucking freaking out right now.
I can hear his thoughts, by the way.
He is 100%. His thoughts are, I'm going to die. The best explanation of what he has right now is, or the best like explanation of his thoughts right now are, if they're going to kill me, I'm going to try to take them with me. And as he does this, the rest of them turn towards all of you.
I would consider that an aggressive action. So
I would say that's an aggressive action.
I would have cast. I'll mark it off.
Tidal wave.
Yeah, tidal wave.
What is the size on tidal wave? Is there a size requirement for that? Like, is there a certain amount of that it can actually push back?
The 30 feet max.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying because
it knocks prone.
Oz
I'll
and
allow
his
it to.
Warforged body is technically counts as one size bigger or larger when being
He
pushed
does.
or doing pushing.
That he does. I'm going to say you have advantage on the save in this instance to be pushed back. The spell doesn't normally push back. I'm going to say it can push you back up to 15 feet.
Okay.
If you fail to save. So
what's the save?
anybody that is, it's a strength saving throw if you want to resist it, or I'm sorry, dexterity saving throw if you want to resist it.
How do I roll initiative again?
You click your token, and then there's if you hover up over the top
There it
left-hand
is.
corner.
I found it. Don't worry.
You're fine.
And I don't think Shadow Scale will get hit.
No, she wouldn't.
As I was casting it, I would have screamed, "Just take it and run!"
Okay. Ooh, buddy.
Plus, Eve is flying. By the way.
Are you flying?
Yes.
Well, the tidal wave's like 30 feet high. So
Well, regardless, I
or
still resisted
10
it,
feet taller.
which is
Yeah, you
21.
resisted it. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and get some music in here because at this point combat is starting. And I think I don't have my Azakiel playlist anymore, which makes me sad, but we're gonna put it on the difficult one.
Wrath, you damn fool.
Oh man, Wrath is an idiot. Oh god, okay.
Question.
Buddy.
Oz
Yeah.
is taller than I am, right?
By a
Yes.
pretty significant amount, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I was gonna dimension door you right up on top of his ass.
He's the same size as. Oh no, wait. Hold on. Does that say specifically when being pulled or pushed, or does it have anything else added to it?
Let me check 1 second. Let's see. It says, where the fuck is it? Powerful build. You count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and the weight you can push, drag, or lift.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're still technically considered medium for pretty much everything.
Yeah, the same size.
So yeah, Eve, he is the same size as you, and that's how Dimension Door works. You're both medium creatures. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. All right. As all of everyone turns straight to Groin, you can see this like dim red light in their eyes, and except for Jarlyle and the Goblin Bodyguard, Isilis, you've been sitting here kind of listening into this thing, biding your time, and you realize shit is going hairy right now. And you figured it was going to be just a normal day at the office, really.
Wait, who's Isilis?
Isilis, really, given your current objective, there's almost no better time, as it seems the captain might be a little distracted at the moment. Sam, would you like to introduce your character?
Right. My name is Isilis. I'm a goblin shadow monk, and I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. To kill that sea captain, at no matter what the cost. So, lovelies, it's time to dance.
Yes. Okay, cool. I was not expecting Australian, but I like it.
I was actually gonna do British, but Australian came out.
Australian came out, and I will say it was better than your German. So here we go. That was actually a mildly good Australian accent. I was like, oh shit, hold on, you got a good one going on.
Yeah.
It started off British, and then I could tell you like slipped into Australian because it was comfortable. And I'm like,
yeah.
just stay there. He's
I
Australian.
mean, he's Southern, and Australians basically
Australians are
really Southern British. So.
Yes,
Just
this is
South
correct.
Britain.
Well, it's north if you're actually in Britain is where that accent comes into play. But sure, yeah. Wait, hold on, sorry. All right. As they all turn to you, they are clearly aggressive right now, and Jeff is the first one to kind of act. You watch Eve as he just whips out his bow.
Jeff immediately.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Apologies.
Go ahead.
I was asking if Steven was still in the room, but then I saw his deck save.
Yeah,
So
he's
yes, he is.
succeeded.
Jeff is gonna go straight for the big guy that just broke his staff and was like, "Okay, you initiate this. You're gonna die now." Oh shit!
Okay, longbow, and he's going straight for Wrath.
Yep.
All right, Wrath is going to activate his illusory self, using his reaction. When a creature that Wrath can see makes an attack roll against him, he can interpose an illusory duplicate between him and the attacker. The attack automatically misses Wrath, and the illusion immediately dissipates. As this happens, the arrow flies, and then Wrath just kind of disappears, and he's standing just a tiny bit from to the side from where he was. And I am sorry for this. I didn't think it would come to this at the Los. But it has been proven that your leadership is one that I cannot rely on. Shadow Scale.
Shadow Scale is... what can she do? She's going to immediately start flying. And she is... Let's see, what is her fly speed? I'm trying to find it. Just a second. Her fly speed is 45?
Yeah. She'd have to dash to get to him.
Yep. She's going to dash.
Okay.
And get straight on his ass.
All right. She like slams into the ground in front of him, going straight for like one of his legs or something. It is now Wrath's turn. Wrath is going to go ahead and he is going to really try hard to kill you. Doesn't have a lot of tools to do that. He's going to point at you, Ethlos. I'm sorry. And he is going to cast. He's going to cast a spell on you. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What's the spell's range?
Spell's range is 120 feet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's 90 feet specifically.
Oh.
There's no way to get down Mr. President this shit, is there?
No, not really.
Feels
This
bad,
is
man.
this is a mental spell. All right, Oz, you start to come up with a quick one-liner to counter it, and you're like, oh.
Wait, do I have advantage against spells due to my armor?
Yep, you do.
Wasn't that a thing?
Yep, you do.
That
you
was
do.
a thing. Do you still wear pneumatic armor?
He's still wearing
I
his
mean, I would-
armor.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't see why I wouldn't be.
It's kind of iffy because Warforged specifically states you gain no benefit from wearing armor, but I'll allow it in this case specifically.
Or it
I'll
could
say
be
that
built
you guys-
into his body.
Sure. All right. I'll go with it. You.
We're playing cabin ball right now.
Yeah. You succeed with a 17 to his DC 17. So.
Anyway, my
Your
counter
mind-
to his "I'm sorry, Ethelos" would be "Not yet, you aren't."
Your mind goes fuzzy for just half a second, and then you, not yet, you aren't. And he's just like, oh fuck. And then Wrath is going to, he's gonna bonus action Misty Step. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna shout out, "Kill them all!" It's now Jarlisle's turn, and Jarlisle turns around to where Wrath is, turns around to look at you, Ethelos, and he goes, what the fuck is going on right now?
A coup!
All right, and he draws his rapier and turns around and is gonna go kill Wrath.
He's like, I'm not the only one who's under my control! Okay, goodbye!
Well, that was easy.
don't think
that is within Jarlal's character. One of his traits is my loyalties switch and often.
Love it. Respect.
Nice.
I love this character. He's one of my favorite NPCs in all of D&D. I stole him out of a module. He is really fun. Okay, so he's gonna run over there. Just fuck it, I guess. He's going to make 3 attacks with his rapier.
Oh no, he did bodies. Never mind.
Boop, boop, boop.
I've got food coming in. I'm gonna go pick it up. Can I just hold my turn until a little bit?
Yeah,
Until I
you're
get
pretty
back.
far down, aren't you?
1 down.
No.
No, you're 3.
Okay.
You're.
I'm
one more
DMing
down.
I'm DMing my attacks. Then.
That works. That's fine. Okay, go grab your food. Jarlal gets 3 attacks off. That's a 33, a 34, and a 33, and the 34 is a crit.
Guess
so
what? He probably shouldn't have done that reaction thing.
Wrath is going to immediately. Well, he has had his turn already. He's going to immediately negate the first attack that hits. The second attack is a crit for 16 plus 6 plus sneak attack. Oh god. Okay. I have to roll this manually for some reason.
Sometimes math.
All right.
Ouch.
Fucking what?
Yeah, that's a crit on a sneak attack. Wrath made the first attack hit, which would have had miss, which would have had sneak attack on it. The second attack is a crit, and that's where sneak attack lands. That is 66 points of damage to Wrath. Wrath is bloodied. He's gets on the ground. And then another 12 points of damage to Wrath as he bends over. Jarlal takes his dagger and just shoves it right up into Wrath's throat, and he goes, "They told me to kill you, and really they didn't even have to tell me to. It would have happened eventually. Sorry," and pulls his dagger out, and then just jams it right in his back, right into the spine. And Wrath juts backwards and is very hurt at the moment. It's the captain's turn. The captain is mind controlled, and he is going to look to. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna point at you, Eve. I need you to go ahead and make me one of them.
Counterspell?
You can't counterspell this guy. He is a illithid. They have psionics, friends.
Okay.
We've been over this one.
All right.
Yeah, I need you to go ahead and just make me. Actually, he can probably hit you both with this if he really tries. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20. It's gonna run here. Oz and Eve both make me a dex save, please.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Question. Lily, would you have cast teleport for us?
Lily's not here.
I'm not here.
No,
Yeah,
I
Lily's just
meant
watching.
Aura.
What?
Would
What's
you
up?
have cast teleports for us since you got to rest one night before we left?
I don't have the spell prepared.
Yeah, that.
I don't
that's
even
not
know the
a thing.
spell.
Teleportation circle. What I'm talking about.
To get there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had asked, yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have asked.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
That is not discussed. She's saving a spell slot.
If not, that's fine.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm fucking throwing y'all. You're throwing your bone here. I'll allow it. That's really, really, really shitty though. So be aware that if you haven't said something in the past, generally not going to allow it.
Okay.
Okay. Eve and Oz dex saves. That's a 17 and that is a 20. You both succeed. You are going to take. Come on. It's not rolling for some reason. There we go. All right. You're both going to take half damage, and that's going to be.
It's a dex save, so I will take no damage.
Are you going to use your Shield Master reaction?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And as you do so, Ein's like, "Get that one!" Don't forget, Ein is rank 4 now. You can redirect dexterity save damage to a creature that you target.
Right. That's right. How far is there a range on that?
It is the range of the spell. The range of the spell is 120 feet. So.
Yeah,
It's
that's gonna
anyone
hit. That's gonna hit our boy
Wrath.
Rat back there.
Okay. The captain points a finger at you. Okay, welcome back. The captain points a finger at you, and this bolt of lightning just ejects from his hand. You've seen lightning bolts cast before. This one's a big one. And Eve looks like she's going to stumble for a second. She almost gets straight into the path of it. You kind of knock her to the side for a moment, put your shield in between you, her, and the lightning bolt, and then as it hits, you can feel Ein kind of shift in your hand for a second, and you throw, basically, you kind of deflect the lightning bolt, arcs off of you and hits Wrath. He has to make the same dexterity saving throw. Holy.
So he protected me, too?
Well, it was more flavor stuff.
Okay.
You still got singed. You're still going to take half damage, but...
That's fine.
He fails his saving throw. Oh, God. All right. Eve, you will take 20 points of damage. Wrath will take 40 points of damage. Wrath
Eve is going to Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, all right. Roll it for me.
I'm going to do it at 4th level.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wait. Was that a level 1 or a level 4? Because I clicked and it didn't do it.
That
Looks like it was level
level 2. Yeah.
What the fuck? Come on.
So roll me 2 more d10.
2 more d10.
Mm-hmm. Oof. All right, that's still can't math right now. 17 plus 4, 21 points of damage. And the captain, what is your actual save DC? It's not 14.
It's 19.
Okay, captain fails. He takes 21 points of damage. Fire damage. As the flame leaps back along this kind of trail that the lightning left and engulfs the captain in flame for a moment. No. Wrath is looking dunzo. Like he's barely standing, and Jarlyle is currently taunting him. He's actually holding Wrath up from falling. And he goes, "You can do better than that, surely." And he looks back at you and just gives you this smile. Oz. Groin, it's now your turn.
Angry Groin, because literally nothing in his order is right, moves back right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then casts Firestorm
Okay.
on the Illithid group. Pow!
Oh, nice. They're like perfectly lined up too. All right, Firestorm. That's the one where you get to make like 10 blocks, right?
Yeah.
God. Okay. All right. Hold on. They're 10 by 10 blocks. You get some good stuff going here. We are going to use we're going to use this. Isilis, are you in the initiative order? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yes.
Let me use this thing right here because it's cool. So 1, 2, 3. Where else are you putting it, buddy? Are you just putting it anywhere?
Behind him.
4, 5, 6.
And then engulf him on the sides too.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just that entire
dear.
area is just nothing but fire and death. Right?
Eve is like, oh, hi there.
Cool.
Fucking
damn.
sick.
What's the damage on that?
56.
56. And it is, I believe,
Dex
a
save.
dex save. So
DC 19.
save, dexterity. And that is a failure, failure, failure. All of them take the full brunt of this firestorm damage as it just ignites this whole area, and you hear the spectator howl as he falls to the ground, covered in flames, and they eat away his flesh. The Mind Flayer not looking good at all. The Illithid captain stands there, staring at you, Ethelos, just staring, while he is on fire.
That's really creepy.
That's so cool.
The depths call to me.
Bonus action, Earth Ellie.
Okay, as you do this, there is a held action currently for if you go into wild shape. I need you to go ahead and roll me a... wait, no, I need to roll. Hold on. You will have to make a Constitution saving throw either way. So go ahead and make one. From Grow and
off
Sheet.
of which sheet? Okay.
Grow and Sheet. Yeah. Because the held action resolves before this action resolves.
Oh no.
Ooh.
What did you roll? I can't see it right now.
8.
Hey,
Where is the sheet at? There it is. Holy shit, I'm retarded. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no. Alright, that's gonna hit your AC. Oh god. Oh, and he has advantage on the second attack. That's a critical! No!
Oh no. I
Okay,
may be paying for my sins, boys.
hold on. Oh shit.
This is a big honking ouch.
Alright, I'm gonna roll it. Is that really what it is? Hold on, I have to look up to make sure that this is correct because this is stupid.
Who
Just looking
held
up
their action for me?
You don't know yet. They were stealthed the whole time.
I did have see invisibility on you do that route.
That doesn't mean that you see stealth creatures.
Okay.
Stealth and invisibility are two very different things, hon. Oh, that's correct. All right, Groen, Constitution saving throw of 8. I'm not even gonna roll the dagger damage because it's well, I guess no, I'm not even gonna like. Here you go.
Oh my god!
Mm,
What?
mm.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Oz.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
That's
I'm
what.
tanky, but I ain't that tanky.
Holy shit!
I'm not that tanky.
That's what Drow True Poison crits look like. There's a reason there's a reason it's 10,000 gold for a vial. So Groen, you're unconscious. And yeah, all right.
My turn was badass, so.
Wait. Didn't
Yes.
we have a discussion once the poison doesn't crit?
I don't think so.
Because we were talking about assassin damage. With poison.
Well, okay, but the rules that we've used in this campaign up to this point is that all dice rolls on the attack hit crit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what JC says on the matter. You might be right about that. I think you are, because I think he had a thing about paladin smites not critting, and I said that was stupid. And I was like, if paladin smites don't crit, then poison wouldn't crit. So I guess that makes assassin shitty. But anyways, so
No.
yeah,
I was
194
just
damage.
asking.
You're unconscious. Wrath is nearly dead. Holy fuck! And you all see this tiny doll stand up out of the back of Groen's shirt with a dagger covered in blood.
You. You're an asshole. Fucking hate you.
Layer, token layer. And it turns its kind of head, and it wiggles a little bit, and it claps at you.
You know
And then
what?
it
I
stabs
noticed
him
that
again.
he was gone when he left too.
Did you see me put him on the GM layer?
No, I didn't. I just noticed that it wasn't on his shoulder anymore.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, that's another attack roll. This one actually misses, so you don't fail 2 death saving throws from the third. As he stabs in, it like hits a piece of metal on your armor or something, and he looks and you just keep stabbing that piece of metal. Like, what the fuck? All right, that is the end of Groen's turn and the doll's held action.
Wow.
As this happens, the doll reaches up again to go stab down and just falls over, and then kind of melts into wax. Hey, C's a pretty cool character. I just gotta say, that's all I'm saying. Okay?
I made him way too good.
Made him way too cool. He's got some good shit. Listen. You had 30.
Played yourself, dog.
I'm not gonna explain it. Larva Mage's turn. The Larva Mage extends a hand outwards. Is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is gonna get right here. No. she'd get right here, and extend one hand outwards, and this just torrent of worms spills out. Everyone within 10 feet of her needs to make me a con save, including you, Groin.
Gross.
Is that possible when I have no constitution?
You have no health. Health and constitution are two different things.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shit, you have a con saving throw of +9.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my god.
So 17 fails, 8 fails, 14 fails. Is that all? I thought no, that was all. That's all. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm including the
17
first.
fails?
17 fails. DC 19.
Good gosh.
All right. All of you are going to take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Ugh.
Groin, you fail a death saving throw.
Feels, man.
And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I think it's gonna use Return to Worms. No. That's it. That's the end of this particular person's turn. You all now have these worms just covering you at the moment. You are all considered infested.
Ugh.
What? Wait, I'm technically flying. Would I still get covered?
Yeah, because they spray out from it.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Isilus, it's now your turn. The captain's covered in fire, but he's looking pretty good right now.
I look around and say, well, I've been to parties before, but never one this jazzy. Alright,
Yes.
I'm going to bonus action disengage from this
Okay.
big hulking dude.
Okay.
Smart call.
And I'm going to move, let's see. Gosh, I hate my daggers right now.
Yeah, they have 20 feet
Yeah,
without being at disadvantage.
yeah, I need to get close enough to where they'll be effective, which means I need to get...
Into the fire.
Keep in mind, if you go into the fire and you make the dex save, if you succeed on the save, you take no damage because of evasion. Don't forget
Right,
that. Rogues
right.
are OP.
I'm trying to find the best place to get to her with them in 20 feet, but I'm not in the fire.
Just like right here, within
Yeah,
20 feet of him.
yeah. I'll just do that. I'll just move right there.
I think even if you take damage and you fail to save, you take half damage, right?
Yeah, it basically causes you to, like, you're just the dex save master.
All right, and I'm
Yeah.
going to look at the sea captain. I'm gonna make a big grin. I'm gonna take out the two daggers and I'm gonna like throw them to my side, and then I'm just going to over the back. I'm just gonna throw them, like I'm gonna do 1, 2, real quick.
Two daggers sling through the fire, straight out of your fancy little belt that you have, and plunge into the captain. Go ahead and roll me two attacks here.
Ready.
You do not get sneak attack on this one, though. Keep that in
Right.
mind. But your guy's not particularly that hits.
Damage.
Okay, 11 points of damage. Oof. Captain's looking pretty rough. Go ahead and roll.
And then roll damage.
Nice. 11 points of damage.
Damn, nice, dude.
And as a free action, I'm going to say, "Come back, lovelies. I need to see you smiling faces." And the daggers just come back to my belt.
Both of the daggers come back to your belt. Have you used an object interaction this turn? You think so?
I don't think so.
I'd say no. If you want to, you can make a bonus action attack since you are dual wielding. But you will have to
He
draw
uses
your
bonus action to disengage.
Oh yeah, you used your bonus action.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right. You're
yeah,
right. So 22 total points of damage. Not bad at all. Captain's looking pretty hurt. Oz, it's now your turn.
Oz, I've
About
got him.
time.
Focus
Which,
the betrayer first.
okay. I'd have to run all the way there to get to him.
I told you, don't dash. I've got you. Just stand right there, and I'll put you right on top of him.
Alright, well, then, can I hold my action until Eve does that?
Oh, yeah, you can hold your action. What are you holding?
It's gonna be, yeah. It's,
Alright.
yeah.
His chain of attacks.
Yep. It's chain of attacks. the end of your turn, the mage is going to go ahead and use one of her legendary actions. Oh, buddy. All right.
If it's a spell, a counter spell.
It's not a spell. She's going to use feed. Oof. All right, I need a no, you don't. There's no con save for this at all. You just automatically take the damage. Oz, Eve, and Groin, you all take 13 points of damage.
I'm assuming I'd take another death save.
No. Oh yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is when another creature. Okay, cool. Never mind. You're fine. You take one death save. Yes. You all take 13 points of damage, and you watch the larva mage in front of you. The robes now kind of rip as worms are just crawling all over it, and the body seems to swell with something. Oof.
Oogie boogie. What the heck?
Larva mage is also going to use their reaction for the failed death save to gain additional HP. And that is the end of the Larva Mage's legendary action. It's now the Mind Flayer's turn. Mind Flayer's not looking great right now, and I'm pretty sure it does damage when they start their turn, doesn't it?
I think so.
Let us look.
Let's learn together.
If they start their turn in it, I believe they do.
I'm pretty sure Groin's about to die.
I've got him.
The fellow said,
Okay.
"Our damage, damages objects in the area, ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried if you choose plant life." Doesn't say anything about that. I think it's just like a mass thing of damage.
All right.
I can ping it and you can read through it
Yeah,
too.
ping
if
it
you
real quick.
want.
I want to double check because you die otherwise. Oof.
Oh,
Oh, that's fine.
Yep, I have to go to the actual spell, not the... I think.
you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna do this easy because
Fuck it,
I
we'll do it
forget how
live.
to.
I'm looking it
I
up
forget
right now.
how to do it. Then this. There. That's the text.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's in
continue.
Wall of Fire. Yeah, it doesn't stay.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking of Wall of Fire. Okay. So it's just a huge fuck you amount of damage. All right. The Mind Flayer lived through the initial burst. It's going to get right here. It saw Isilis's attack here. It's going to go ahead and use it's going to go ahead and use Mind Blast.
Okay, that's not a spell, right?
No, it's not a spell. Unfortunately, it's a spell-like ability. All right. Mind Flayer Scion. I need everyone to go ahead and make me an int save, and it does hit everybody right now. It actually also hits the captain, so...
What about Jeff? Yeah?
It hits Jeff, yeah. It does not hit Shadow Scale, because she's way the fuck back there.
Making it save, you said?
Yeah, grow and make an int save.
Oof.
Ba-ba.
Good job.
Dead Groan is smarter than Oz.
All right. Anyone that rolled a 15 or higher, which would be everyone that isn't Oz,
or Jeff.
Or Jeff.
So, Oz.
Yeah, right. Oz and Jeff, you're both going to take 22 points of psychic damage. Okay. And you're also stunned for the next minute.
Oh, fuck off.
Minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on yourself on a success.
You said 22 points of damage?
22 points of damage.
If he takes damage, does he get to repeat it?
No, it doesn't say that.
Damn.
I'll allow it. If he takes damage, sure, you get another int save. Sure, fuck it. And don't forget, Oz, aren't you high enough to have Indomitable?
Maybe. I don't know
I think you
that.
have Indomitable.
I should.
Yeah, you could re-roll that saving throw.
Yeah, I could.
Yep.
I have so much shit now. Jesus.
Yeah, there's too much shit. It's too much shit. You went from
that was
Simplifier
int save.
to this. Yeah, it's an int save. Oof. Fuck.
Too bad I didn't get into advantage.
Hold on. Would there be any reason for you to have advantage? It's
Probably not, especially if it's an intelligence thing.
Yeah, that sucks. All right. Sorry, buddy.
No, you're good.
So, Oz and Jeff, you're both stunned for the next minute. You get an int save at the end of each of your turns. And I'm going to say, fuck it. If you want to stab Oz in the face to snap him out of it, that'll be your action if you want to try to give that. But it'll give him another save.
Does Groin take damage from this?
He does. Groin,
And Groin would die from this, correct?
Yes.
I would like to wager that would put Oz into an instant rage.
Sure.
That gives
I would
him
say, yeah.
Would that
advantage.
give him? Would that break his stun?
Roll me a quick wisdom check here, Oz.
But you're not
Shit.
playing on my strength right now.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I just want to see. I just want to see what the check is. Yeah. You watch Groin as he's like he's barely conscious, and then this blast ripples through. Groin, as a note, you are considered dead currently.
First death of the cafe. Let's go. Sorry.
Well, no, it's not the first death.
Nope.
Or your first death.
His
of the year.
first death.
Yeah. This blast of psychic energy just ripples through this entire area. As a note, Isilis, you also have to make that save. Oh, you did. Never mind, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Groin's body is tossed to the side just a little bit, and you watch both of his eyes still open, kind of staggering from this poison that's currently coursing through his veins, roll back into his skull, and then he just stares, and he's not breathing anymore.
I'm gonna mute.
Anybody that succeeded on the save takes 11 points of damage, and you're not stunned.
11.
11. Mm-hmm.
So is Oz out of his stupor?
Yeah, I'm gonna say after seeing that, Oz is out of his stupor. The larva mage fails her save, stunned, and the captain, while he succeeded on his save, it doesn't really matter because he only had 7 hit points. The Mind Flayer, a little careless in his current mind-controlled state, reaches out, killing your friend and also his boss. Eve, it's now your turn.
Eve has Onyxia go and grab a piece of his hair. I take Oz and I dimension door him, and he's out of his stupor, yes?
Yeah, Oz, you're not stunned currently.
Okay.
Um,
Before I do, I cast Eldritch Blast at that Mind Flayer in the back.
okay, roll.
1 second. Let me think. And I get 3 blasts.
Okay. All 3 of those hit. Mind Flayer's looking pretty fucked up. We're gonna see. You have 20 charisma, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you literally couldn't have rolled low enough. He has 15 health.
Yep, he's dead.
He is dead. As he screeches out this mind blast out across, you just 3 holes straight down the center.
And
he
then
just
I
drops.
quicken spell, grab Oz, and dimension door him directly in front of him.
Okay. Oz, you would get your held action here. Steven?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Is he technically knocked prone right now?
I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, yeah, he's prone.
He's definitely
Yeah.
grappled, being held
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, he's not looking so good. That hits. He doesn't have very high AC. 14. How do you want to kill Wrath Modar?
I want to grab him by his skull
Mhm.
and slam him into the wall continuously until he dies.
Oh. So you both appear directly in front of Jarlyle, and he's holding Wrath right now, kind of torturing him just a little bit before he dies. And as you appear, he quickly pushes Wrath towards you, says, "All yours." And you grab his skull, you grab him by the head, your hand basically as big as his whole head, and just turn around and over and over and over. He's dead, and you just keep going, and he doesn't have a head left. You have reduced Wrath Modar to a fine pulp.
It's the second person in this place that I've beaten to a pulp.
Jarlisle just kind of watches with like this weird interest as you.
Can Eve kind of just, as he's slinging it back, make him slam it into the dagger?
No, you've already used your attack action.
Damn.
I'm gonna say no.
But Anixia's got a piece of Groin's hair, and it backs away.
As this happens, you all watch this kind of purple light emanate from Wrath's chest. It ripples throughout, and then you just hear this throughout the entire room, and you're pretty sure it's coming from other rooms as well.
Get on.
It is now the Starspawn Hulk's turn. The Hulk turns towards you both as you watches you teleport, looks at Groin's dead corpse, and looks at the goblin that just attacked everyone. Turns around and starts dashing towards all of you. Yeah, it can get there. It's got 45 feet movement speed. And Starspawn Hulk is gonna make some attacks. He's gonna do his dirty work here. Probably against Eve is what I would say.
I don't know if these are scary.
Yeah,
these guys are fucking
19
scary.
health, so I'm going
He's
to
got
die.
Protection.
Okay, cool. Disadvantage on the attack. Probably a good thing because he's using Reaping Arms here instead of the other slam thing.
Is he considered undead?
He's not.
Damn.
Not yet, he isn't.
So protection on Eve, so it's a disadvantage on the slam. That's a 15. That would miss, I believe.
Yep.
And then
Got you, dog.
That's a 10, so that also misses.
Oh, thank God.
So, as he slams down, cracks the entire ground around you. This guy is a little big.
Oh, dear Lord.
Back to the top of the initiative round. We are adding...
6 seconds it took for all of this to happen.
Yes, all of this happened within 6 seconds. That was the craziest 6 seconds I think anyone's ever existed in.
Craziest Mexican standoff you've ever seen.
I tell you what, we don't take kindly to your parts. Wait, you in this part? Oh fuck.
Ah, fuck.
Gross.
Gross. Okay. At the top of the initiative round, we are adding a additional thingy here. You start to hear troops marshaling. What's going on? I don't know. Report to Wrath. Report to Wrath. Jeff's turn.
Jeff would probably go for the spawn thingy here.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yep. I don't think that hits.
It does not. AC's low, but not that low. Okay. Is that the end of Jeff's turn?
Yeah, he's gonna go back here.
Okay. Shadow Scale.
Shadow Scale is not having this shit, and Shadow Scale spews acid on the giant.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage on that. The giant fails his dex save. He rolls a 2.
Of course he does. Let's see. It is.
Not a dexterous one, is he?
Not particularly.
It's 40-10. Thank you.
-1 to dex.
16.
16 points of acid damage to this guy, and it starts to eat away the flesh, which you notice is actually just raw muscle. There's no skin; it's just muscle all the way around. It is Wrath Deadzo's turn. Deadzo.
He did-o.
Jarlisle looks at the mess you've created, and he's sheathed his rapier at this point, and he kind of... Well, that's interesting. He looks up at you. Traces a few glyphs in the air. And you watch his eyes glow bright for a second. That's very interesting. I like it. I take it you are not from around here. And he kind of does like this motion with his finger just in a circle.
I think we have a few bigger things to worry about right now.
Draws his rapier, turns around. He's already used his action to cast see invisibility, so I guess that doesn't matter.
Wait, was he trying to see through the illusion?
Or I'm sorry, not see invisibility. Yeah, he's seeing through the illusion.
He wouldn't need to because Oz took damage, and that would have negated the.
Oh, okay, good point.
So.
Sure. So he didn't. He stops and he looks you over, and then that interaction occurs. And right, okay, turns around and he's gonna stab this Hulk like 40 times.
Get it, bro.
Is it weird that I like him?
Why are his rolls?
No, because I like.
Oh, I made his rolls public. That's right.
No, that's damn.
All of those hit, and yeah, this thing's probably dead. He gets sneak attack and everything here. 17, 14, 17 plus 8 plus, and then sneak attack damage. I believe his sneak attack is like 76 right now. Yeah. So, yep, plus 22. That is 78 points of damage. This guy, not looking great, but no, he's not dead. He's looking fucked up. He's definitely bloodied. And at the end of... Oh, no, he can't do that. Okay. Groin, you don't have a turn. You are currently,
dead.
Deceased.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The mage is going to get right here. Hold up a hand.
Do I have an attack of opportunity as she goes by?
Yes, you do.
Alright.
Attack her mini worms.
As she comes by, I say, "Oi, lady, I need to give you my 2 weeks' notice." And
God, that's good. That's good. That's really good.
Oh my god.
Fuck all of you.
Alright.
Oh man. Okay, the title.
Oh shit!
God, that's a
Oh my
crit, too.
god.
I'm giving you sneak attack on this. Fucking
Heck
do it.
yes.
Do it.
Alright.
Do all of your stuff. Don't forget you can spend key for all sorts of
Yeah.
weird shit too.
Don't worry. I'm going to.
Okay.
And then, do I get to attack again, right?
No, you only get one attack and an attack of
All right,
Double your sneak attack though.
Yeah, I got sneak attack, and then key point, bonus action, unarmed strike.
Sure, I'll allow it. Why not?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's right, unarmed strike. Never mind.
Don't forget. I know you're not used to playing a monk, so I'm throwing you a bone here. Monks have something called stunning strike.
Yeah,
when you land with an attack, you can spend. I think it's 1 key point.
Oh, that's right. That's what I meant. That's what I was thinking. That's
Okay.
what I meant to do. Yeah.
Do you know what your stunning strike DC is? I think.
I believe it's Let me check really quick.
4 points of damage. Oof. That's
I
actually...
think it's 16.
16. Okay.
Con save.
Oh, it's a con save. Oh no. She's fucked. Oh, that's
Roll your sneak attack again, by the way.
Oh, I do it again?
Yeah, you crit.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah. For some reason, it changed around her turn order. Because Islis hadn't gone yet.
Yeah, I'm right after her.
Right after her? Okay. That's what that was then. Okay, cool. And she fails her con save. She is stunned. She locks up for a second, and you see the worms just jut out and kind of spill to the floor for a moment. She loses a lot of her form.
And for good measure, I'm going to do Fury of the Small. Can I do Fury of the Small into that attack?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Okay.
What level are you, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Another 15 points of damage. Holy shit. And that ends her turn. She can't use any other actions because she is currently stunned.
Good job, Sam.
Nice. Good job. Islis, it's now your turn.
Alrighty.
You have advantage on all attacks against her. She's stunned.
Nice. I'm going to say, I've had a good time working for you, but I think it's time that, here's my resignation. And I'm going to take the 2 daggers, and I'm just going to plunge them right into her neck.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2 attacks. Ooh, that hits.
Would he get sneak attack at all?
He does get sneak attack.
Yeah, and advantage. That's another crit.
Oh my god. Okay.
Sneak attack.
Big critty style.
All right, that is 3 points of damage. Nice.
And bonus action key point, gonna do unarmed strike.
Okay. You get to make 2 if you spend the key point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hits and hits. Damn, nice. That's 52 points of damage in 1 round. The larva mage is heavily bloodied. She's not looking healthy at all right now.
What color is her blood?
It is a deep black. It's like an ichor. It's thick and viscous. It's like looking at rotten molasses.
It's like melted licorice.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Melted black licorice.
And as I do that, I'm gonna yell out to the party and say, "Oi! I got this lady over here. You take care of that hulking mass."
Jarlau looks over to you. I thought he was with her.
Guess not.
I don't know anyone's allegiances anymore.
I don't either.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, and that is the end of Isilis' turn. Oz, it's now your turn. The Hulk flexes and looks at you almost like it's challenging you to a duel right now.
Yeah, Oz would, in his robotic form, would flex back.
Yeah, you flex, and there's like little flex extender springs underneath some plates on your armor, so you like actually get bigger.
Ping, 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 ping.
Nice.
And then I would come at him. Hard and fast.
Go for it.
Giggity.
He is below half HP, so he is currently considered raging.
Oz is currently less than
Oz is
0
also
groin,
currently
so he's raging.
Yeah, Oz is also currently raging. So, this dude has 16 AC, and you have advantage on all attacks against him while he's raging. So that's a 19 and a 29 that hits.
Yup.
Because his rage is the NPC rage, which combines rage and that one thing.
Reckless
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. All right, it's 20. Not quite. Looking really fucked up. He's on the cusp of death right now.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna accent church.
Okay, sure, go for it. I sometimes forget that you're a fighter. I keep thinking you're just blood hunter for some reason.
Blood fighter.
You're a blood fighter. You're a blood fighter, Aryan. All right, both
Okay,
of those
let's get rid of that last part there.
Well, you're a barbarian too. So, anyways, those hit. All right, yeah, no, this dude is dead as fuck. As he bears down on you, he looks like he's about to take one of his huge hands, which is gauntleted with this like weird black metal, and slam it down towards you. You catch the hand mid-slam and just run him through. Well, I guess you don't run him through. You're using Hefe's Revenge, aren't you? Slam
I
axes
still run him through.
Yeah, you just run him straight through with the fucking point. You like wiggling in there for a second. Looks down at you and then just vomits this like black ichor all over you, and then just falls to the ground. Charlotte's like, all right, I like this. This is fun.
Oz would yell in victory.
All right, Eve, it's now your.
Eve doesn't look happy. Evie's gonna take out one of her bombs, walk over here, and chuck one near, avoiding him, near her.
Sure. Roll some damage.
What do I roll? Because it is a mild fire with an alchemist fire.
46.
46.
Yep, and then 1d4.
46, and then 1d4. And then
Oof, that's a ruffle.
Eve is going to quicken spell.
Uh-huh.
Actually, how close do I need to be? It's 20. No. I'm going to upcast Magic Missile to level 4.
Okay, go ahead. Roll the damage on it.
Okay, 1 second.
pretty sure she has something called Magic Missile Vulnerability. Hold on, let me check. No, this is not the stat block with it. Okay, never mind. That is 24 points of damage. Nice. She's still kicking, just barely. She's looking pretty rough, though.
That was a max damage roll on the base magic missile.
Yeah, it was. Nice. All right, that's the end of Eve's turn. We're back at the start of the initiative, and you start to see, you start to hear the individuals approaching, and you actually see some of them coming out of various locations here. From the northeast. From the northeast, you see this strange, mangled figure kind of with this weird hook staff run into the room and oh no. And he's followed up by several smaller, strange creatures that are just covered in worms and black ichor.
Eve
the kind that
immediately announces, "Talk to Ethelos. If you have any issues, stay the fuck out of it."
Oz is in robot form.
Well, regardless.
Would they actually be able to see Oz currently?
Not right
currently.
Yeah, didn't think so.
Yeah. And
Of,
that is the first of the arrivals. Yeah.
They are Silent Hand, correct?
No, these are the star.
Oh, much apologies. Continue.
It's fine. They're technically the eye, but they're from the star. Jeff, it's now your turn.
Jeff is going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to let loose on her with arrows.
Okay.
Then action surge, if she's still alive, because that was a crit.
Oof.
Big ouch.
She is alive with 1 HP. She had 19 health left.
And guess what? She's dead.
You what, Mike?
She's dead. And two arrows sink into her from behind, and Jeff clackety clacks.
And I motioned Oz immediately to turn his illusion on.
Yeah, that was the plan as soon as it got back around to me.
Gotcha. Shadow Scale.
Shadow Scale is just... She's just being defensive right now.
Okay.
Just comes over to me.
Alrighty, and
I'm not here.
Jarlisle is just going to sheath his rapier and look around. There was a coup, right? There was an attempted coup. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm pretty sure there were some people that were like, "Hey, look, we're doing a coup." I think.
Yes.
And he's just gonna walk over here. And he's gonna. Everything is all right. Everything is all right.
Yeah, Oz would. If it's end of combat, Oz would switch back into his regular form.
Okay. And for the purposes of this, we'll maintain initiative, but it is technically the end of combat. So.
Okay.
Anixia comes back to Eve. With a piece of Groin's hair.
She has a little tuft of his hair.
Yep. And I immediately downed some health potions.
Okay.
I downed 6 health potions. Fuck it! 6 lesser health potions at that. They're D4s, right? Or the D6s?
They are,
I'll just roll them in chat.
Lessers are D4s.
They're D6s.
No, they're not. They're D4s. Thank you.
Lesser it says healing potion of healing. It's what I got, which is a lesser.
2d4
nice.
plus 2.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. they're D4s. It's okay. Oz, you recover your illusion. You are back in Oz form.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Multiple people enter into the room at this point. There are a couple of mind flayers that seem to enter in from the side, followed quickly behind by a mind witness. One of these strange, weird, kind of like creepy tentacle beholders.
Jeff is just like, let me out of it. Going to slowly walk away.
Other individuals enter from various places as well, including a rather large construct of some kind. It seems to be made of perhaps pneumidium. And as it enters the room, it slithers in. And
Is it a giant metal centipede?
Not quite. It almost walks like one. But when it finally gets done moving, it arranges itself. And it's a giant kraken.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Right? I thought the same thing when I saw the stat block. I was like, I have to have this, sorry. The weird figure with the gnarled staff steps forward and... What's going on here?
Fucking coup, what does it look like?
Oz would grab Wrath's body and drag it to the center of the room and drop it and say, Wrath Modar attempted a coup. He turned some of your leaders against us. They were going to try and leave the Eye.
This figure looks down at the dead worms on the floor. Some worms are still moving around just a little bit, but most of them have died at this point. And at the deceased corpse of the Starspun Hulk in it. The Mind Flayers have now gone over and retrieved their captain's body, and they're kind of just shaking their head and almost confusion. Neither one of them are saying a word, but you can almost tell they're communicating between each other.
In deep speech, Oz would say to them that, I'm sorry for what happened to your captain.
In deep speech, one turns around and... Could you tell us what he did?
He fought bravely.
He got turned by that, and I kind of literally points at the blood stain that is Wrath.
Yeah, there's not really a face or anything there. It's kind of just like a stump of a head with some like... it looks like a... anyways, the Mind Flayers kind of tilt their head, and I need you to go, Oz, to go ahead and roll me a deception check. And as Jarlal chimes in, he goes, I support this. I have seen all of these things. So make it with advantage.
I mean, technically Oz wasn't lying.
I mean, technically that's true.
There's no technicality about it.
There's
that
no
was 100% true.
Technically
The
that's true.
impetus for the coup might be something he's omitting.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, 21. Nice.
Nice.
The Mind Flayers give you a nod. We will need to confer with our leader. I hope you understand.
Yes.
They take his body. They leave the other Mind Flayer body out there for a minute before one of them turns around and casts Levitate on it and just starts dragging it backwards effectively.
Don't take him. He's the one who killed your captain.
It's true.
Lets him go immediately. Looks down at him. Looks up at you. Brings the body upwards, and you see the tentacles wrap around the other Mind Flayer's head. And they bite in, rip out his brain, and just toss it to the floor. Not worth it. Leaves the body there. The soul has already left the body for Raph.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Just stabbing a dead person.
Yeah. It's like the doll.
What? I had to make sure the body was gone. I mean, the soul.
First off, how fucking dare you?
Can you blame me?
Listen,
No,
I don't
not
think he was
you.
talking to you. I think he was talking to me.
Yes.
Oh, that was good though. I mean,
All right.
You didn't expect that.
Euless looks to Eve and say, "Well, thank you for the help there. I appreciate it. The order thanks you." And I wink, and then I just dip out, like I'm gone.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm just gonna leave. My mission's done.
All right. You zoopity zoop zoop. You guys watch him. He gives you a wink, and then he turns around, and then turns invisible. Eve, you still have see invisibility on, right? Or wait.
Pretty sure I would have. It's not concentration, so.
So yeah, you see him. No one else does, but he does slip past this like gigantic clockwork kraken into the back door.
Eve literally cocks her head and watches like, huh?
I like to imagine that about halfway through he would jump up and click his heels together.
Oh wait, I probably need to give Sam his token back. Hold on.
Yeah.
And everyone would hear a like a little.
God damn it, that's fucking funny. Yes. Why can I not find your? There you are. I'm just gonna put you right here. So yeah, Isolus is just gone, I guess. Your little goblin friend disappears into the night. My mission's done, bitches. Later. All right.
Peace.
Peace. The Kraken opens its mouth to speak.
The Kraken Society has witnessed a great deal of pain today. Our faith is shaken.
Do you want a hug? Hugs make it better.
Oz would turn to him and what is he speaking any particular language or is he just speaking in common?
He's speaking common currently.
He just looks at him angrily. He's like, we have all dealt with loss today. The plan remains unchanged.
Oh, as a note, about like a few seconds later, you see the daggers in the mage's neck disappear, and
God damn it!
you hear somewhere, and you hear like somewhere, oh, call me lovelies, and they just like disappear.
Fucking, that's a good character right there. All right. Yeah. So as you're discussing, more people begin entering into the room. You see what is clearly a vampire flanked by some kind of weird, strange-looking demon. The vampire speaks up. What the hell happened in here?
A coup.
Rathmodar tried to. I catch him up on the events.
Okay. Wrath always was a little bit of a piece of shit, so I'm not really surprised.
His pride was hurt after our friend beat him at his own game.
The Kraken speaks up now. The Kraken speaks up now.
I believe the Kraken Society would like a meeting. Would you please speak with Ruth Ramar?
Yes.
I appreciate it. We value your time.
Begin scurrying away.
What is this?
The demon.
You can make me a religion check if you'd like.
Okay, I'll
I
make a
used to be good at those.
10?
Once long ago. 10? No, you have no idea. Fucking freaky looking is what he is.
What the hell is that thing?
The demon tilts its head.
What? You ain't never seen one of me before?
No!
That's racist.
Can I hug you?
No, hug.
Stop trying to hug everything.
Hey, they like randomness, so why not?
Chill. You're at like a 13, you need to take it down to about a 9.
That's what they are. They're at 13.
That was creepy as fuck.
Official petition to never use this character in this campaign again.
We're all out of our minds here.
We're all mad here.
All right. He stops talking after that, mostly because his voice actually kind of hurts my throat. Guess I can close all these stat blocks I don't need anymore. The vampire struts up and examines Wrath's body, and that's really unfortunate. Kind of kicks him. Can I do that? Kicks him again. Is that allowed?
dead body. Yeah.
Kicks him again. Walks off. I will, suppose I'll tell the troops. So, it gives you just a curt nod.
I'll update you as soon as I know what we'll do next.
I'm Volin of the Silent Hand, and, well, this has been interesting, I suppose. Didn't think there would be a coup today when I woke up. I've not even had breakfast yet.
I don't even think anybody ever wakes up and says, "Oh, there's going to be a coup today," unless if you're part of the coup.
The star
Actually, I've actually thought several times waking up thinking there would be a coup today.
Jesus Christ.
True.
The Star Spawn seem satisfied with your answer, and they, return to us. And you watch these little, like, they're humanoids, but they're on all fours, basically, kind of bending their knees and putting their hands on the ground and running like that.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah, they're like every horror movie you've ever seen where a human runs on all fours. It's real fucking creepy. And worms are just falling off of them, and they gather up a bunch of the worms from this mage that you've killed and take them, and they start eating them. And when they start eating them, the worms just almost dissolve, seem to disappear as they eat them.
Interesting.
The worms. They are important to us.
Sorry for blowing them up, then. I'm very sorry.
He raises an eyebrow.
I threw a bomb at him.
All things happen for a reason.
I couldn't agree more.
Come
Not
with
everything.
me.
Turns, looks at you, Ethelos, and gives you the faintest of bows.
I apologize for our ambassador's behavior. I will speak with our leader.
Yes. Allow us all time to grieve, so to speak.
Recover from this loss.
Yes, we've lost some very important figures today.
Yes, indeed.
Kind of tilts his head to the side and turns around, and the weird, creepy gremlin humans follow him. Oh. That pretty much covers it, yeah. And Jarlala, well, Housebane Ray is definitely staying with the eye today. Yes, it is. Absolutely no problems here. And he gives you a quick wink.
You were just having too much fun.
No. I enjoyed this one.
Ethelos, I believe there was the matter of trade contracts to discuss at some point, but I think a meeting between you and I might be most beneficial.
Yes, meet me in Hillsfar.
In Hillsfar, is there a particular place you would like to meet up? I haven't been to Hillsfar in many years.
The Quiet District.
Ooh, the Quiet District. Interesting, mysterious, spooky. I like it. It's
Just
got some flair to it.
It's always been very quiet there.
He looks over to Groin. Well, that's not good, though. He looks dead.
He is dead, but we'll take care of it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, all right. The least I can do, and he rummages through his bag. No, not that. And he tosses some, like, gold to the side. Stupid gold, getting out of the way all the time. Okay, there it is. He pulls out a scroll, and he hands it to you, Ozzy. That's about all I've got for that. Oh, and here's my contact details. And he pulls out what is basically the fantasy equivalent of a business card. If you ever need me, I'll be at that address, and if I'm not at that address, I'll be there at some point. So just tell my secretary. Thank you.
Don't get yourself killed.
I probably will. He gives a bow, the flourishy hat again, and puts it back on his head, and begins strutting out the same direction that the Kraken left. Like,
freaking love this guy.
Kind of reminds me, he probably gets out of a lot of slippery situations.
He's basically Jack Sparrow if Jack Sparrow was, like, evil and also, a drow. Pretty much.
So Jack Sparrow.
Is it possible to
Yeah.
take a break right here?
As he exits, yeah, I would say this is probably the best place to take a break. So we'll take like 10 minutes or something.
Okay, thank God, because I really need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta pee too.
I'll be back, guys.
Not like exactly like that.
Not even remotely. I didn't plan shit.
I ruined your plan. We ruined your plans again.
No, I didn't plan shit. I only knew one thing that was going to happen in this, and that was that Wrath Modar was gonna die. That's the only thing I knew for certain. All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let
Yeah.
me know.
I've
Okay.
got him muted.
I'm good.
So, Oz, who do we leave in control while we fix Groin?
We don't. Let this place fall.
Okay. Find someone else later. Got it.
No, we don't find anyone. Right now they're reporting directly to me. All of them are waiting on me.
Okay. How are they supposed to get a hold of you?
They can't.
Okay. Let's
At that point, Oz would just pick up Groen's body and start walking back to the teleport room.
just come here. I could teleport us away. Come on.
Yeah, Oz would go back to her.
I touch him and I take the teleportation, not the teleportation, the Rubik's Cube thingy.
Yeah, the cubic gate.
Yeah, the cubic gate. Tap the prime material plane and say Hillspar.
Okay. And you're back in Hillspar.
Where exactly did we land?
Hold on. Where's my D12? Oh, nice. You're right in front of the keep. I mean, right there.
We should slowly back away before we get in trouble. Do you want to go take him to Lily or a druid or what?
As you do this, the guards goes, what the fuck?
Sorry, plane shift. We're leaving
Look
right
at
now.
I'm gonna go talk to my supervisor. Yeah, go talk to the supervisor. See what he's got to say. He like runs through the portcullis and into the gatehouse.
Can we go through the? Wait, like, okay, we're outside the gate
You're
or inside?
outside. Yeah, you're right outside the keep.
Okay, just making sure that we're not inside and have to go
No,
outside.
you're like right here. You're right at the front gate to the keep.
Okay. Do we take him to a druid? Get him resurrected?
Oz would, without saying anything, just carry Groen's body like how Batman carried the Joker's body at the end of Arkham City. He basically carries him like that, all the way to the Emerald Enclave.
Okay.
Oh, my heart.
Emerald Enclave it is. Let's go.
Oh, this is physically painful.
He doesn't say anything to anybody. He just carries him there.
Okay. It's like an hour walk. You're just carrying him the whole way. You don't get tired. As a note, you don't get exhausted from it. You don't feel lactic acid build up in your muscles.
Because Oz doesn't have muscles.
Exactly. You just carry him the whole way stoically. And Ian has been pretty quiet this whole time. You arrive in the Emerald Enclave, and there is kind of a hullabaloo. There's more people than there usually are here right now, and they all look like they're kind of basically hippies. It's basically like a gigantic hippie commune right now. There's a whole bunch of people here, and one of them finally stops as you're kind of just carrying him through the Emerald Enclave. There's like a main path through the Emerald Enclave. Everything else is just wooded areas. There's only one path, and it leads all the way through it, straight out of the city. And one of them finally stops and says, "Dude, is he, do you need some help?"
Yes, we need a druid that can cast a resurrection spell. Or, I think that's the word for it. Do you know where one is?
Yeah, I think so. Like, oh shit, dude. Oh fuck, that dude's dead. Oh fuck, and he like turns around and starts running off. So just stay there. No, follow me.
Okay, follow you it is.
Oz would just take him to like try and find the most wooded area.
Okay.
That Groin would be the happiest in.
Okay.
I have Shadow Scale follow him. That way, I can track exactly where they're at.
As you walk through the woods, kind of getting off the beaten path now, there is kind of this small pond that you come across. A stream runs into it, and a stream runs out of it. But the pond itself is mostly still. Only the edges of the pond are moving, and there are... It's peaceful, it's serene. It's far enough from the main path and the main encampment that there's no noise, really, other than the sound of birds and crickets. There's a squirrel that just kind of is somewhere crawling, chirping, whatever squirrels do off to the side. There's dragonflies around the pond, and kind of what do you call those things? The cat whiskers poking up out of the water here and there. And this place seems good. This place is about the best it gets, really.
Oz would just sit Groin's body down and just say, "I'm sorry."
Okay. There's like, there's a rabbit off in the bush, and it kind of watches you from the side, and it's curious almost. Like you watch a snake kind of slither off into the underbrush, and there's a turtle just kind of gently making its way over the stream itself, very slowly, just
Shadow
birds
Scale
chirping overhead.
would be laying in front of you, kind of just staring at you.
Yeah, Shadow Scale comes around and just lays her head down. She doesn't speak or say anything or make any noise. She just lays her head down. Not far from Groin, but far enough, like a respectful distance. So, I heard y'all, hear a voice coming from behind. Y'all need any help here? Oof.
God.
Do y'all need some help?
Oz wouldn't really say anything. He would just point to Groin.
Okay, you just point and the guy walks forward, and you see this really interesting looking individual. He's covered in fur from head to toe. He's got this dark blue sheen to it, this big red nose that kind of almost has like a gradient into the blue of his fur, and these two just black beady eyes. Like imagine Hagrid from Harry Potter, but like lots of blue. Kind of a dark navy. And he just crosses his legs and sits down next to me. Well, that's not looking real good, I don't think. You're looking pretty bad, Andy. And you can see where the poison has taken its course. The veins are black. Oh, that's hefty. I think I can fix him. Maybe. I don't think I can fix this body, though. That's a little too torn up for me.
Would Eve be there?
Yeah, I imagine you're there. I imagine you're probably standing off to the side at a respectful distance with Shadow Scale. The body's pretty torn up. I don't want to tell it like it is, but I got to, you know. And you can see he's actually kind of getting a little teary-eyed, and he's like, This ain't real good.
Of course it isn't.
I think I can do. Your friend might not like me after this, but maybe you can find a more permanent solution.
Do you mean the reincarnation spell?
Shh. He looks at you. He's like, I gotta work. And takes his hands and he kind of places them both on Groin's temple. And oh, buddy, that soul ain't there right now. It's already gone, isn't it? You're off in happy fields. We got to bring you back for a minute, buddy. And you watch as he lifts his fingers from the temple. These kind of silver threads come out of Groin's temples, and they trace from his fingers, and he takes them, and he stretches the threads out in the air, and he reaches into his pack, and he pulls out some components. He lays the threads down in this almost like druidic circle. Well, here goes. Groin, roll me a D100, please. Okay. That's good. That's good. I like that. So, as he sits there, kind of almost praying over these silver threads, and he's taken some bits and bobs from Groin himself, some hair here. He weirdly like takes his finger and like gets some saliva from the inside of Groin's mouth and like traces it over the hair and places it in the center, and it's just a strange ritual overall. And you notice as he does this, the ritual circle itself seems to almost move. Like he's picking up pieces and placing them in different spaces occasionally. And as he's casting the spell, you can see the trees themselves almost seem to stop blowing in the wind. Everything goes still for a moment. The ritual circle is around Groin himself at this point. And he finishes the small chant that he's been saying. And Groin's body, you watch it almost decompose into the dirt. And he takes it and, all right, now mix that in a little bit. And he mixes it in with some of the dirt, and he takes some mud from the stream itself and kind of splashes it over and makes this kind of muddy mixture. And he begins to move it, almost to compel the mud itself to move. And he goes, what, there he goes. And he backs off. He raises both his hands in the air, and he smacks his lips, and there he goes. And you watch this figure just explode from the earth and take a deep breath. Groin, you are alive, and you are a turtle.
Eve looks amused because of the Gnome incident.
Oh, what happened?
Darling, you died.
Groin, you look around and you see this very serene image. There's Eve and Shadowscale and Jeff kind of standing off to the side, next to a tree. They're kind of like between this stream and a tree, this big old dark oak. You're in a very wooded area. There's lots of trees. There's a lake right next to you, and turning, you look and see your friend Oz next to you, standing right there.
Quick point of order. How does memory work with reincarnate? Like, do I remember everything, or?
It's fuzzy. You don't remember every single detail. Like, it's kind of difficult to recall. It's like that night you get a little bit too drunk. You're not blackout drunk, but you're still kind of on that cusp, and you're like, well, I don't remember everything there.
But that's only of like the last, like how you died. Not...
The last like probably
hour
hour before you died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roughly. It's hazy. You remember most of it, but bits and pieces are just kind of gone.
I died?
You died, darling.
Welcome to the club.
Yes, welcome to the exclusive club.
Yeah, that's the guy that's been helping you kind of backs up a little bit. There you go.
Thank you.
He like helps you out of the mud for a second, backs up and cocks his head again. Thank you. I think that looks pretty good.
It's an interesting shape. At least he ain't small.
So,
Wait, what?
so, bud, you're gonna notice some changes with your body.
He already knows how the spell works, Oz.
Grown as you look down, and he might not know how the spell works. He's never casted it before.
Yes, he has.
Wait,
Casted it on
Sigil.
on Sigil. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, you
Doesn't
look
mean he knows
down,
how it feels.
and you are your fleshy skin, kind of pink in tone before, has now been replaced with almost a greenish, leathery hide.
What the hell?
So, well, you're not a dwarf anymore.
He runs over and he like stares into the stream.
Yeah, and you can see your face. It's the face of a turtle.
Is it a snapping turtle?
Groen, would it be a snapping turtle?
100% it would.
All right, there you go. Like alligator snapping turtle kind of thing going on.
This is. And he's like gripping like the bank as hard as he can. This is a lot to take in. Oh,
Oz would just go over and put his hand on his shoulder and be like,
there is no shoulder, only shell.
yeah, only shell. It would make a hollow noise like a boop.
Is there any items left from where the body sunk in?
Yes, all the items are left.
Eve
All
would
of them.
collect them and bring them over to Groen.
Groen looks up at Oz and he.
Does it get any easier?
Dying? Oh no, it sucks every time.
Uh-huh. I can agree. I died twice in a row.
But you start to feel it less.
What about... Never mind. I could use some time to just rest. You're more than welcome to stay, but I think I'll lay here a bit.
Well, you know where my home is. We're outside of Hillspar, so... And
Yeah.
here's your stuff. Eve places all of his stuff down.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna lay here a bit.
And he just kind of like passes out. Oh, not quite passes out, but you know how like catatonic in a way.
Yeah, you just kind of, you're me after.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
Oz would just lay there with him.
Okay. You
Yeah.
sit there in the breeze.
You watch after him, okay? His sending stone is right next to you. If you want to hold on to it for now, get a hold of me. I'm gonna go check on Lily.
We'll find you.
Okay.
Oh, also, don't tell her that Groin died. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a funny surprise! Yes! Yes!
Oh,
I could hug you right now, Oz. Yes, let's do it.
Lily, I'm
I hate you all so much.
With that,
Oh man.
Eve leaves them to go find Lily and make sure she's okay.
Once like Eve's far enough away, Groen turns to Oz and Oz, I'm scared. I saw things that I just can't explain.
Yeah,
Hell's coming.
I know.
And like a single tear falls from his eye.
I've been through this before, apparently, and we haven't won yet.
Let's make this one good.
Oz would take the time to like catch him up on everything that Ein told him in the shield.
Okay.
Well, I guess we can. I guess we can. Let's just lay in some quiet for a bit.
Yeah.
And he like passes out again.
Man, that sounds real fucking nice, though. I kind of just want to go take a nap by a really, like, serene stream in the middle of the fucking woods right now.
Yeah,
Fuck.
don't it though?
Let's go.
Oh,
Field
yeah.
trip.
Oz, you lay back in the grass, and you can feel it. Like, it's kind of weird. You feel not a whole lot different in terms of your actual, like, sense of touch. It's probably a little bit more acute, and so you feel more things, but it's not like Oz just took a fucking
Yeah, I do.
ecstasy or anything. It's not like Oz just took ecstasy or anything. It's not like that. It's like you just feel a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
A little bit sharper. And as you lay back, there's this kind of tingle on your wrist, and you look down, and you don't see anything, but you drop the illusion for a second out of curiosity, and the Ein tattoo is there. It's now basically the equivalent of spray painted onto your wrist.
Sick.
And the list below it has updated.
Oh, Jesus.
This should be the current list.
Melon!
Melon!
Yep. Melon. So, that should be the current list.
Alright.
Watermelon!
Watermelon.
Alright. Lily, I think you were playing with some stuff while they were off doing, things. You were just gonna go see Groen, so you're just kind of like, da-da-da-da-da. Alright, I feel like shit, but I'm resting and I'm chilling out. What the fuck is this thing? Alright. Are you investigating the box?
I'm identifying it.
You're identifying the time box. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that should give you exactly what it does for the most part. You feel that there might be something more to this, but for right now, this is all you get out.
I didn't catch any of that.
Yep, you broke out really bad.
Hold on. Give me a second. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Sorry. Was loading something. So, you think there could potentially be more to this, but you're not sure what it would be. This is what you get with the Identify spell specifically, though.
Oh, shit.
Yep. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls.
Oh, shit.
That's really strong.
Yeah. It's a class feature from Divination Wizards called Portent.
It really is.
It's really dumb. Anyways, so yeah, once per day you can wind the clock back by using an action. That includes anyone. It doesn't matter who winds the clock back. It can only be wound back once per day, and whoever winds it back gets these 2 d20s that they use. Time moves backwards 6 seconds, which is pretty insane. When you do this, roll 2 d20s and record the results. You can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check that made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls. You must do so before. You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once per turn. So before the roll happens, you can just say, "I know what that roll is," and then you're giving them, if you rolled an 18 earlier that morning, and somebody's about to make an important roll, you're like, "I know what that is. That's an 18," and you give them that 18. So you have to do it before the roll occurs.
Sick.
Okay, you said I know it does something more.
It almost seems like it has to do something more. It's catching at the edges of your mind. It's that little tingle of curiosity where something's not quite perfect. You're like,
Oh, I'm gonna roll an investigation check on it.
Sure.
Guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And can I ask Luna for help?
Sure.
Cool.
So the back of the
30.
Yep, the back of the cube does remove. One of the faces, rather, does remove. And each face has like a different type of clock on it. But this one pops off, and behind this is where you can wind the clock and other things. It seems to have various mechanisms, and as you poke around in it more and more and more and more, you find one particular gear, and when you turn it, the cube turns into this what's the shape called? It's not a dodecahedron. It's the same shape as like a 10-sided die, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
The cube shifts around, the clock faces break apart, and now each face is like half of a clock, essentially. And looking at it, this is a key to something.
If I identified it now, it wouldn't give me any more information.
No, because the key part is not magical.
Okay.
Mechanical. All right. Is that all you're really doing?
I imagine that would have taken 20 minutes. So
yeah, that probably would have taken the whole 20 minutes. Because as a note, that whole encounter that you guys had lasted, like, from teleporting there to leaving, lasted less than 20 minutes. So
well, then they also walked for 10 minutes. So
an hour.
Yeah,
it was an hour.
They walked for an hour. So,
also, Wrath's name would not be on the list because he is dead.
Right, I was about to point that out. Wrath's name gets crossed off the list and disappears. And with that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that gives you 1 extra life currently.
Yep.
Believe you have a full life now because you were almost there before.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Would that have taken the full hour to do all of that?
Not quite. Probably, I'd say that'd take 30 minutes of that hour and the other 20 minutes, so 50 minutes, and then you have 30 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So I can talk to Saloon then.
Are you going to talk to Saloon right now?
I am, because I've been wanting to do this for a while.
All right.
Let me open up my journal. Did I write these down? Because if I didn't write these down, then I don't want to.
Okay.
Get it together, kid.
What was it that you wanted to do, Eve?
I was gonna let her do it first, and I just do it afterwards.
Gotcha. Before you head there. Got it.
Yep.
Good enough.
This is in my to-do list.
Your to-do list?
Yeah, I got it. Saloon.
Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you, Mother. Are you busy? May I talk to you?
I'm always busy, but I'm always willing to talk. What's going on? What's on your mind?
I was wondering if you could show me how, or teach me how to do what you did with the nanites.
Cleanse them?
Yes.
I'm not sure that I could do that from here, but if you came to me, perhaps, yes.
Sorry. Alright, I will try to find time.
I encourage you to visit at this point. There are many things we must discuss, and I would like to do that in person.
I as well. Oof. Well, if we're gonna go talk in person. I'm gonna hold off on the questions then.
Okay. You are doing very well currently. Your progress is excellent. And I am ecstatic to see you succeed.
Thank you, Mother.
Your friends need guidance, though. Some of them need a lot of it. And currently, I think that should be your primary focus. For now.
Oh, I'm trying.
When the two castles fall in Thunder's Reach, maybe come see me.
2 castles?
Yes. This is going to count as a divination spell, as a note. You are learning that within the next 7 days, 2 castles in Thunder's Reach will fall.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Free casting of divination.
Right. Thank you.
Of course. There's nothing else. I have to get back to the council.
Yes, of
There's
course.
a great deal to do, and things are speeding up now. Do be careful.
I will.
Thank you. And that's the end?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna hold off until you talk in person then?
Yeah. I just got invited.
It's like when you're loosely associated with some like major band or something, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, come hang out with us backstage, and you're just like, whoa, god, hold on, what?
Well,
What do I do?
probably wouldn't do that because that's like drugs and stuff. But you know,
I know a lot of major bands that don't do drugs backstage. I don't know any major bands, but I know a lot of bands that don't do drugs backstage. Oh god. Okay. Plug for my friend here. My friend has a band called Solidify, and they just released their EP. If you like harder rock, they're real fucking good. They're kind of Shine Down, Seether style stuff. Real good stuff. So.
in that case, we'll just go back to reading our book.
Okay. Cool.
What was the name of the band?
Solidify.
Also, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the band Let It Happen. But,
That has happened.
Let it
Let
happen.
It Happen.
Oh no, I have not.
Yeah, we went to high school with 2 of the people in the band.
Nice.
Cool. I'll write that down. All right.
First EP called Prima Materia.
Yes, that's theirs.
Cool.
They're real good
Following
stuff.
them on
If you
Spotify.
like, you like Shine Down and stuff like that, they're real good. So I would check it out. That said, you guys returning from the Emerald Enclave. As you return from the Emerald Enclave, as you begin to walk backwards, there is an elf standing there. He's a wild elf, or I'm sorry, a wood elf. Sorry, still locked in Aram here. And he kind of presents himself forward. He's wearing a loose brown robe, and there's really nothing else about his actual clothing, but it's decorated with various components of nature. He has little skulls hanging from his belt of like smaller beasts and animals, squirrels, mice, etc. He has flowers tucked into his hair, kind of braided into his hair. And he looks benevolent for the most part. He looks caring. And he steps forward. Are you the ones who are going to save the world?
This is to Oz and I, right?
Yeah, Oz, you, and I
Okay.
believe Eve's coming back with you, I think.
Huh? Oh,
Eve had left before. We laid on
Yeah.
the bank for a while. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, this is to you and Oz.
Okay.
I would say that the only ones who can save the world is all of us together.
He smiles at that. He's like this big smile. I like you.
Best of luck. And he groan keeps walking on.
Okay. Watches.
Yeah, Oz just follows growing.
Okay. Good luck, friends.
Good luck to you too.
Wait, Oz would stop the elf music. What's your name?
Teria.
Teria?
Yep.
Teria, never cease to do good, and if we need you, we will find you.
Gives you a small bow. I appreciate that. I may find you again someday when you're ready to talk. He turns around and walks down the road, and there's like one person kind of, it's that movie thing that happens where one person walks by and obscures your view for a second and then he's just gone.
Oh, I was going to say I yell out to him real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what do you yell out?
Teria, wait!
Yeah. And
Then
turn
Grow
around.
throws him his jersey.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ready to talk. What do you need to talk
As a note,
about?
the yes comes from to your left. You were just staring straight forward. It comes from to your left, and you look, and he's leaning up against a tree. What is it? And he's got his like hand crossed over his chest and one hand on his chin. Ready to talk. I am from the Emerald Enclave. I am, and he gets off the tree and kind of walks towards you. I am a Fae of the Feywild. Have you ever heard of the Sealy Court?
The Sealy Core?
Sealy Court. It's a political organization in the Feywild. Silly Court, yeah, kind of. It's this specifically.
Sorry, I just...
No, that's great.
Okay.
It is a political organization within the Fae, and I use the word political very lightly here. I represent the Emerald Enclave here. I represent the Emerald Enclave in many places, honestly, but I wanted to offer you an official invitation into the Emerald Enclave. We can use more people like you.
What would expectations be?
Do good, protect nature, coexist with civilization, respect it at the minimum.
With... And he grasps for the word politics. There's always expectation.
Well, just because I'm a member of the Sealy Court doesn't mean that I am a particularly political being. I am a bit of a free spirit, really. What I ask is that you continue to champion the cause of nature everywhere that you go. And occasionally, I might ask you to help me with something. Usually in the neighborhood of stop these people from mowing down a forest, but the benefits are, well, you're part of the Emerald Enclave, which isn't really much in and of itself, but I feel like everyone's kind of part of the Emerald Enclave if they want to be.
Exactly. So why should I pledge?
Oh, there's no pledge. There's no promise. Simply a request. I request that you champion the cause of nature.
I mean, you're kind of already doing that, bud.
Yes.
If that is all, then I accept.
Excellent. Welcome to the Emerald Enclave. It's as easy as that. You get a cool little badge, and he reaches around and he pulls out this little like badge made of different like brambles and thorns and stuff, twisted in the shape of the Emerald Enclave. There you go. Welcome, Groin. I understand you're currently going through hard times. I've been through some hard times myself, but nothing quite this bad. I do hope you make it through, and if you ever need anything, the Emerald Enclave is always here for you.
He holds the badge in his hand for a second, and then he just reaches out and hugs whatever his name is.
He gives you this big old hug. He tries, but you have a giant shell, and he's working it. He's like, all right, well, there we go. Oh, turtles are hard to hug, but satisfying on my end. This is a very good hug. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of a new thing.
Yes, I understand. I understand. He backs up in it. There are a lot of crazy things happening in the world right now, and I hope that you can stay sane through them. We're here to help you do that. If you're here to help us ensure that nature stays at least equal to civilization at all times.
Gladly.
He gives you a small bow. Anytime you need me. And he turns around and he traces this circle in a tree with his finger, and the tree kind of stops moving at all for a second. There's like a light breeze, and all the leaves stop, and then the tree goes, well, all right. And then he walks through the tree, just walks right into it, like Diagon Alley kind of stuff going on, and disappears.
Oh god, the Fae are so cool.
I fucking love the Fae. By the way, that's a spell that Groen has. It's called Transport via Plants. So
where is that
so
at?
Cool.
It's a 6th level spell, I believe. Transport via Plants. It's a druid only spell.
You get to move 500 feet by trees. It's so cool.
That's called Tree Stride. Transport via Plants is the same thing as Teleportation Circle, except it's to a tree that he's seen before.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know.
Yeah.
Totally preparing that.
It's so cool. Anyways, he disappears. You're now officially a member of the Emerald Enclave. This doesn't mean anything currently, but you suspect that he might be back to discuss things with you and talk and stuff once you're in a bit of a stable mindset. So.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much Groen would know about the Fae, but out of character, they can sense emotions just by default. A lot of them can, so he probably would sense a little bit of that distress going on. All right, and you guys make your way back. I'm assuming all the way to Lily.
I imagine we probably take our time, but yes, we do.
Taking your time, getting back, and
My turn.
breathing for a minute.
One other thing.
Yeah.
Groen would, like, whenever we finally leave, would wait outside, like, and let everybody kind of prepare her.
God damn it. Okay, cool. Eve, what are you doing specifically?
Okay, once I had left them, I would have thought, I'm going to go back to Kudnakar and search Wrath's body. And I'm going to exchange one a level 1 spell slot for a Sork point, and then turn that Sork point into a level 5 slot, and do the vice versa to get back.
Huh. All right.
Because
You're going back to the temple, the fucking sanctum.
Yep.
–
Okay.
Insert I'm in danger meme.
Yeah, we need that I'm in danger meme. It's chaos as you're walking through. Wrath's body has been dragged up on the throne and is like draped over this throne in the center of that room. People are running around. One of them finally notices you. It's the captain, the knight captain that is one of the heads of the Silent Hand. Kind of, he's like 6th in line basically. But at this point, everybody's fucking dead. So he's like pretty much in charge of the Silent Hand while Ethelos is away. And you were Ethelos's assistant.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to see if the traitor had anything on his body, and I completely forgot because we had to go do something with the replacement that they killed. And it's just a long story. Anyway, is it okay if I search him?
I don't have jurisdiction over you, of course.
Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Who's in charge now?
I think it's me. And he
Oh.
kind of looks around.
Well,
I believe, anyways. Athelos disappeared. We don't know where he went. Do you happen to have any idea?
oh,
Roll a deception check.
25.
Jesus fuck.
I
Roll
lo-
a 6.
I legitimately don't know where Ethelos is. If you think about it, I left them.
You have a general idea. You know he's in Hills Park. In or around. I mean,
Just
you have a
love
general
that.
idea.
Nope.
Nope.
Eve has very rarely actually lied to someone's face.
I consider that a lie for sure. And he, all right, I'll continue to do what I can. He needs to return soon. God, oh no.
It's okay.
Maybe, like,
Just
One
breathe.
of the men comes in and goes, "The vampires are trying to eat the aboleth. Please help me." And he's, I gotta go. I have to go. And he just runs through the doors. On Wrath's body, let me go look at Wrath's inventory. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I know he had, in particular, one thing.
Yeah, I completely forgot to search his body because I was wrapped up in the growing thing, so I was like, I should probably go back and search him because he might have something important.
That fucking growing thing fucked me up for a second, man. Shit got me for a second.
I'm sorry.
Good.
All right, let's see. Wrath, he has a staff of fire. He has scrolls of Dimension Door, Featherfall, Fireball, and
Can you write it on chat for me?
I will. Hold on, I'm reading through it right now.
Okay.
Man, Wrath got fucked up. He didn't really even get a turn.
All he did was break his staff.
He got rickety wrecked.
He got.
All he had to do was not be. If he had not passed the feeble mind, none of this would have happened.
Oh man, if he had failed the feeble mind, that would have just been the end of it all, and Groen would have just been like, "All right, later, dude." Jesus Christ. He rolled a 21 too out of DC 19. He was really close to failing.
Like Valus, like Wrath.
Fucking lol. Alright, so Wrath doesn't have just a ton on him, mostly because he's a mage. He has one,
Yo, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I got through that by looking at Reddit memes, and Reddit memes are killing it tonight.
okay.
Oh,
I got
Jesus.
through it by crying profusely.
You got what?
I got through it by crying profusely.
Get that identified.
Yeah, it would take them about an hour to walk back to Lily, so you would have just barely enough time. So record that, and then are you headed back to Lily or no?
Yeah, I'm going to teleport out.
Okay,
I'm
teleport out.
Not with the cube, but I actually sacrifice spell slot 4 and then spell slot 1.
Gotcha.
Make that into 5.
Okay, perfect.
And then go to I'm guessing the place that wherever that is, because I would have had that.
That's fine. As you return to Lily, Oz and Groen have made their way home as well, and you all kind of enter into the residence to see Lily asleep on the couch, drooling slightly with a book on her face.
As a note, there wasn't any notes or letters or anything on him, right?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure.
Question.
Yes.
How wide is the shell? Like, do I have to turn sideways to make it through door frames?
Some door frames, not all of them. It's not like terribly wide. You're still a medium-sized creature, but some door frames are a little smaller than others, and you do actually have to kind of turn and like wedge yourself through a little bit.
I just want to imagine him this first time trying to walk through the door. It's a smaller door frame, and he just kind of catches himself.
Yeah, and Eve's mom's house has a slightly smaller doorway, and you like walk in. Wait a minute.
It's okay. You can do it.
This is gonna take some getting used to. I'm gonna go up into a room until she wakes. I don't want to scare her.
But it'd be funny to see her reaction if the
Nope.
turtle wakes him up.
Nope.
Oh, nope. I got this one. I got this one.
Nope.
Oz, after turtle growing, goes upstairs. Oz would slightly shake Lily awake.
Okay. Like shake Lily awake, and Lily, you're awake now.
Oh,
Hi, Lily. We probably
Lily,
don't look very good.
I have some not so great news.
Oh, what? And Lily's face like turns up.
We didn't all make it out of Kundrakar.
I hate you so much right now. What do you mean?
Well, Groen died.
Is it stairs in the house?
Yeah.
Yep, there are stairs.
Okay, so Groen's like on the top of the stairs, like looking down. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, but do you have his body?
No, it was disintegrated like mine before.
You're a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
He would just be like horrified, like, what the fuck are you doing to her?
Also, I'm pretty sure that's the first time Lily's heard about Oz's body being disintegrated.
Yeah, it is.
I hate you so much.
I did this to make it easy on him, guys.
Lily just starts crying.
Oz!
Oh my god, okay, fine. I was kidding. Groen survived. Actually, he died, but we brought him back to life. He's a turtle now.
Emotion
I'm sorry, Lily.
Just kind of comes down the stairs.
Do I have...
Oz leaves the room because he doesn't want to get hit. He doesn't really leave the room, but he puts a chair between him and Lily.
I don't have any damaging spells, but you're so fucking lucky.
You have Sacred Flame!
Groen would walk up. He would walk up to Lily and like put both arms like out to the side, like, I'm sorry, but everybody made it out. Everybody's still here.
Well, not everybody. Wrath is dead.
Yeah, Wrath is dead.
We
And-
don't care about him. I'm sorry.
This is not your fault. You didn't do anything.
And he puts like puts both hands on her shoulder and like one more time. I'm sorry. I need you to hear that. And then hugs her.
Oh, Lily returns the hug.
Awkward
Well,
hurting
kind
each
of.
other.
She's very small.
She tries really hard. Okay. I think that's a good spot to stop the session.
Which you?
Fucking Oz. Holy
Okay.
shit.
I'm the best.
I need a minute. I need a minute.
Oh man.
That was great.